No way. You've really gone and done it this time, you filthy Spriggan trash!
Isn't that the airship we saw in Tharbad?
That belongs to the princely family of Elsheim. I think it might be carrying all of the city's children on board.
Oh, good. That means the orphanage kids are safe.
I'm so glad everything went according to plan.
But wait, does that mean...
That was what you were up to?
That's right. Officially, it's a sightseeing flight to foster relations with the Central East and to commemorate the ending of the film festival. We spread awareness of it through the Orbital Network and with word of mouth, and said that all children of the city were invited.
We put the connections Dingo left behind to good use. Last night, we reached out to the Crown Prince and asked if we could use the Principality transport vessel.
I fully expected him to inquire about why we needed it, but no. He just rushed on over in that airship without a second thought. He's quite the character. I wouldn't be surprised if he was taking inspiration from a certain musician I know.
They're gonna fly around the city for the next couple of hours. Then they'll return to Rasion. That's one less thing we have to worry about as we head into the final battle.
I'm genuinely speechless.
Ah, an impressive feat to be sure.
Indeed. Even if the worst-case scenario should happen, the children will be out of harm's reach. This was a brilliant scheme. You should be proud of yourself, Agnes.
Not at all. Admittedly, this was just a self-satisfied gesture that might well have no meaning at all. But I just happened to remember what Dingo once said to Van.
Think about what you can do and what you want to do. You'll find a clue on how to move forward in the gap between the two.
Very well. Make the most of your connections while you're away. The CID is at your beck and call. There are many truths that lie dormant in the gap between ideals and reality. You would do well to seek them out.
I also recalled the words of my dad, and it just spurred me to action, I suppose. After I thought of the idea, I spoke to Marielle and Ren, and we all decided to go ahead with it. By the way, I heard about what happened with Elaine through the guild. I'm so sorry I couldn't be there at such an important time.
Why the hell are you saying sorry? You just earned us a huge win. You even factored in the Crown Prince's debt to us and turned him into a chess piece for your master plan. You've gotten pretty damn sneaky. We better watch out, or we're all gonna be your puppets before long.
I don't think that will be happening anytime soon.
It's almost like you're utterly incapable of offering a genuine compliment.
I'm gonna have to start pulling my weight more.
Sounds like our allies are on their way. Let's go, guys. It's time to finish this.
Right.
Is it working now? Okay. Weird. For whatever reason, it changed my my microphone around. Hey, at least it's working now. I only caught it 6 minutes into the stream rather than like an hour, 30 minutes or so. Starting early, so I got plenty of time left.
Let's do this!
Anyway, I didn't say much of substance anyway, so it doesn't matter.
May Adios be with you all.
Do whatever must be done to ensure that Agnes's precautions will be for naught.
Oh, we finally got into that gate. November 22nd, 3 o'clock p.m.
Keycard confirmed. Team Arkwright Solutions can now enter the final zone.
Beat it up. Elevator ride's too long. The realm of death and plague.
So this is the interior of Vashtar Palace.
It must have been a sight to behold, before the monarch was overthrown a century ago.
Almost time for our final battle.
Indeed. Though I am unsure of what to expect from the remaining Armada members.
I'll tell you what we can expect. They'll come at us, and we'll beat their asses to a bloody pulp.
And we'll stop them from detonating the bomb.
Sounds like a plan. Let's get this party started.
Time to put the pedal to the metal and go after him. Full speed ahead!
I'm gonna put money on Melchior causing some shenanigans. It's not gonna be that easy. Well,
That's what you get.
didn't even put up a fight, really.
That looks like a nice chest.
There's a new enemy, I think. These wouldn't be just duplicate enemies from the underground, would it? Yeah, it's the same enemies from underground. Not even leveled up, really.
You're up, Markside. It's over! Make it count, Aaron!
Now's a great time for a shard boost.
Oh.
A chance! Activating skill.
Initiating skill.
Activating skill.
Perfect chance!
Oh, weak to this. That works.
Perfect chance! This'll hurt!
All you, Agnes!
Not as much as I was hoping.
Here's some extra! Aaron!
Activating skill.
You're up, Markside.
That'll do.
Nice. That went great.
Knight's
You're a
Crown.
true
Stat down
professional,
100%.
man.
You got this! Great! Nice. That went great.
Pretty hot shit, then.
This old palace is enormous.
Even with all the decay, this place still has a certain grandeur to it.
It's too grand a stage for this shitty-ass game, that's for sure.
Is our signal that
let's
there's
say we
something
take
happening. Boss or
That
something.
hits the spot.
Ah, Aryok. Can finally fight him where he's not going to regenerate infinitely, huh?
Finally! You sure took your sweet-ass time.
Aryok. Guess I should have expected to find him here. I assume we must defeat you first before we get to Dantès.
You got that right, pretty lady. We couldn't really go at it in the labyrinth, but there's nothing stopping us from fighting to the death now. This place ain't got any of the resplendence it had when I came here in the bygone days.
He's like one of those people that's like way too old for no reason.
But this decrepit old ruin makes for a kick-ass backdrop for our fight. Don't you think?
Wait. What do you mean by when I came here in the bygone days? I know the answer to that. There was a report on him from the East 8 years ago. One that I had trouble believing at first. You were born in a different era, weren't you? Oh. Did I never mention that? Whoops. I was born a long time ago, where your grandparents were in diapers, in fact. Back in my day, the Holy Iskan Empire still stood firm. What? The Holy Iskan Empire? You mean the one that ruled over the entire eastern side of the continent? As I recall, it fell about 130 years ago. Oh, he's over 130 years old? How's that possible? Probably because of the artifacts. I'm guessing the halberd and armor are what's keeping you alive, yeah? Uh-huh. They're called the Fangs of Rahu, and they've been passed down in my old tribe for generations. My people were from the west, and we all served the Iskan Emperor. I once visited the Iskan Empire while escorting a goodwill ambassador. Then the Empire fell shortly after I returned home from that trip. Most of my tribe died with it. Except me, of course. Thanks to these things, I'm still alive and kicking. After that, I spent my days wandering the desolate wastelands of the east. Bandits and Jaegers made a habit of picking fights with me, and I'd murder them all to quench the Fang's unquenchable thirst. That was the life I lived for over a century. It all came to an abrupt end when the church set their sights on me. They branded me a heretic and hunted me like a dog. One day, I was busy fighting off some of them, a group of assassins came to help me out. They'd only just started up at that point, and they were sniffing around for new hires. They offered me a place among them. And who was I to say no? I spent 100 years in the wasteland, so being an overseer sounded like the sweetest deal in the world to me. Eventually, the Emperor kicked the bucket, which prompted Melchior to find us a sponsor. Then, well, you know the rest of the story from there. The artifacts cursed you with eternal light. Reminds me a little of the Steel Maiden. So you're the invisible Tempest, the walking monstrosity who mercilessly slaughters its victims and leaves no witnesses to tell the tale. I mean, I had no idea such an infamous heretic was leading one of the gardens. Seemed way more into working with Armada than the chick with the angel did. I don't think you're enjoying it as much as Melchior, but it's easy to tell you're getting a real kick out of this. Of course I am. When I'm working with these guys, I just feel so alive. But all good things gotta come to an end at some point. This carnival's about to reach its climax.
Alright, enough talk. I can't wait a minute longer, so let's get this show on the road. I ain't gotta play the rules enforcer anymore. I'm finally free to go all out.
Be on your guard, everyone. He's unleashing the artifact's full power.
Talk about disappointing.
Come again?
I had my expectations raised when you said you wanted me specifically to take part in this carnival. And those expectations were thoroughly dashed. Is this really the best entertainment you can offer?
Judith.
I love a woman with spunk. You and I got some things in common. We're both thrill seekers. You find yours from acting and thieving. I get mine from chopping heads off bodies. Also, like you, I'm hard to please. Do you really think you can quench my ravenous thirst for a good fight?
Yes, I do. I'm gonna put on one hell of a show just for you.
You should feel lucky.
I'm gonna give you my undivided attention. Because I won't let a potential fan live a cursed and meaningless
A
existence.
potential fan.
Consider this my calling card. From the Phantom Thief Grimcat to Ariok the Eradicator. I'm gonna bring you to your knees, and I'll steal your empty heart right before you.
Hell yeah.
You tell him, sister.
Impressive.
You'll steal my heart? That's the funniest shit I've heard all week. If you think you can fill the bottomless void deep within me, then you're welcome to try.
Give me your worst.
Now the man Cirrus.
About time I showed what my fangs of Rahu are really capable of.
Pick the Grendel temporarily made available. The Grendel fight.
Activating skill.
You're up, Arkride.
Now or never.
Checking enemy stats.
Might as well see what he's got. That is a high attack stat compared to everything else. Bewitch / remove buzz. Sure, let's try it.
Initiating skill.
These little ones. Simply beautiful, aren't they? You're next.
Let's see. We want to start stacking shields.
Might want to boost here. Accessing. Initialize.
All right, fangs of Rahu. Let's get one.
Doing the classic first turn S-Crap.
Do your worst.
Ooh. 4K damage. Pretty big hit.
All you now. I'll take it from here.
Going all in.
Where's the light?
Not bad.
Now it's my turn.
Alright.
Might want to boost here. Accessing. Initialize.
Chance.
Use a little bit more. Alright. Now we just gotta let his turn come around again. And we can start using the Grendel to just chunk his HP down real good.
Activating skill.
I won't hold back. Might want to boost here.
Keep it going.
Activate. Just go down. It's up to you now. I'm on the scene.
Now or never. Bet this'll sting. Come at me.
Initiating skill.
My thunder with its special.
Simply beautiful, aren't they?
A little bit of HP. Not enough though. There goes Fairy.
You'll pay for
Oh
that.
wow, that she's just barely alive. We'll take it.
Hurt. Time for a new look.
You're going over. Don't hold back, Dan.
Give me everything you've got. Eat this. Got you. You're screwed now.
Take this. Boost gauge limiter removed.
Struggle all you want.
Let's see. Guess I'll just do Cobalt Curtain and then have Fairy heal herself.
Accessing.
Sounds like a plan.
Get up.
What's wrong?
Here it is.
Not bad.
That's a good amount of HP. Good enough.
Go get him,
Let's give Fairy
Initiating
HP.
trial. Thank you.
Much better.
Not so fast.
Now or never.
Not bad.
Get going, Dan. Full boost. Don't hold back, Dan.
What's the matter?
Take this.
And
We'll take all lend a hand.
it's crap.
Take this.
2/3 of the way, it looks like.
Perfect chance.
Nothing too crazy at the moment.
This'll hurt.
Going all in.
Activating skill.
Oh, perfect. Let's do Grendel again.
Time for a new look.
Get going, Dan.
Hit him hard.
Oh, I didn't boost for the extra usage. Whoops.
All right, Banks. Let's get one.
You'll be sorry.
Initiating skill.
Ready for this? You're tough.
Oh,
I won't
goodness.
let this chance slip by. Might want to boost here. Cobalt curtain activated.
This is it.
You won't get away with this.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can remove that.
Won't you know?
I'll take over. How's this? A good chance for a shark.
Okay, doesn't this do all cancel occasionally?
Hit him hard.
I think it did. Yeah, there we go.
You're up.
Have a peek at my humble little specimen. Simply beautiful, aren't they?
I won't let this chance slip by. Might want to boost here. Max boost.
Gonna use it.
Make it count.
Accessing. Initialize. I'll back you up. Full boost. Don't hold back, Dan.
There we go. Regal beat down. One punch. Oh, perfect.
Take this.
35k damage.
Activating skill.
Strength. Go already.
Initiating skill.
Reset. Sweep up.
Max boost. Initiating trial.
This is it.
Oh, he's doing it again.
Our turn now.
How many times do I have to teach you this lesson, old man?
Don't hold back. Take this. I'll lend a hand.
I shall handle this. Activate skill. Your turn.
Activating skill. Boost gauge limit broken.
I hope you're ready.
Initiating skill.
It's your call.
Alright, refresh Cobalt Curtain.
Cobalt curtain.
We're almost done here, though.
All right, Banks and Rock. Let's get one.
You'll be sorry.
Have some more.
I won't let this chance slip by.
Refresh Cobalt Curtain.
Initialize.
Chance.
Not
See.
while I'm here.
Because what I'm thinking I can do is do this. How much damage does this do? About 10k.
Here goes.
Double up.
Time. Master, I need your help.
Activate skill.
I won't let this chance slip by.
15k.
Pull out all the stops.
Huh?
Hit him hard.
should deal a decent amount of damage. Alright. We should be able to finish this perfect. You always gotta go for the thematic endings.
I hope you're ready. Here's the climax. Grim Knight Wall.
Overkill.
More! I can't get enough.
And he enjoyed it.
Too easy! What? Now!
It's over!
We did it!
Exceptional work. You managed to break the artifact's core.
That really was a hell of a show.
Well, of course. I did promise as much, and I even recreated Golden Blood's climax just for you.
Didn't see that coming at all.
What's going on?
You gonna vanish now?
Wait, is this? It's just like what happened to Ida.
You are one captivating gal, you know that? It's like you were commanding my attention in that fight. And in the movie I saw last night.
Wait, you went to the movies? Did you actually go to see Golden?
Victory is yours. You said you'd bring me to my knees, and you did just that. The path to Dantès is open. He's all that remains now. Melchior will just be there as a witness.
Oh yeah, Melchior's gonna be doing some shenanigans.
Let's hope you could stand up to the boss's fear. Or else your legs might give out from under you.
Pick up the weapon. It'll come in handy.
If you really did go to see it, you could have at least shared your impressions with me.
Guess that's one mystery that'll stay forever unsolved.
But at the very least, he seemed satisfied as he passed somehow.
Yeah, maybe you managed to fill some of that empty heart of his right at the end.
One can only hope. All right, I'm done stealing the spotlight. I'll hand over the reins to the rest of you. Oh, but I'm not planning on slacking off now. I may be a temp employee, but I'm still gonna give this my all.
Naturally. I expect nothing less from all my employees, temp or perm. The next fight will be our last. Then this madness will finally be behind us. Get ready, everyone. We're gonna go in there and make Dantès pay for all his crimes.
Very well.
Is that being unique?
That hits the spot.
Guess we'll just leave this for the church to pick up then. We got a few more rooms to wade through. Hello there.
Careful, I sense an incredible aura.
There we go.
You got shading skill.
Your turn now, Mr. Hotshot.
Activating skill.
Hit him hard.
Initiating skill.
I shall have it. Sucker.
I won't let this chance. Skill coming right up. Mr. Ogbot.
Up to you, reception.
Skill coming right up.
Nice. Moving on up.
Serum capsule. The only issue is, I'm 90% sure Dantès will not be the final fight. But I would love to just blow all the Zerum powders to trivialize the final boss. It would be so funny.
the wrong guy to fight. Gotcha! Gotcha! Let's finish the job. You got this. Nice.
Is
That
that
was
the
great.
throne room?
Will you continue to persevere?
Finally. Time for the main course.
Right. Let's gun for it.
Let's see. Permit settings. Can we unlock any new slots with what we've collected so far? No. And she is also missing a couple Sepith. Guess I might as well fix that
Switching to
problem
maintenance
while I'm here. Freeze 2? Sure.
Skills updated. Skills
Strike
updated.
2.
Let me handle this. Skill set updated.
Okay.
That hits the spot.
There he is. Melchior just leaning on the chair. Like a damsel. Well.
Welcome to my humble abode.
And here I was thinking that Arioch would wipe the floor with you, but you did that to him.
And we're gonna do the same to Dantès.
You better stay out of our way, Melchior.
Of course, of course. Just pretend like I'm invisible. I will merely serve as an idle spectator. I wouldn't dream of spoiling the boss's big moment. Though I do wish I could join in on the fun. I'd love to grab the neck of that wretched vermin who called that airship and give a nice long squeeze.
Worry not, Melchior. The passengers will have the distinct honor of witnessing their homes, families, and friends explode before their very eyes. All they can do is watch helplessly from above as their former lives go up in flames. I can hardly imagine a more perfect gift of fear.
You bastard. Does your wickedness know no bounds?
We didn't come here to chat the night away, asshole. We came here to beat the shit out of you. Are you just gonna sit on that dumbass throne and hurl cheap taunt after cheap taunt?
No, no. We will hold our battle momentarily. And after the victor is determined, the final judgment will be passed.
There's the nuclear weapon.
So that's what it looks like.
It is still incomplete, so there is no need to fear too much. It cannot be detonated. But at least not without this key.
It's an artifact, right?
Yeah.
That's the sword we saw in Dingo's video. Just the sight of it is sending chills down my spine.
The fact he grabbed that out of the void is very much like the Divergent laws.
Not surprising. It is a deadly blade. It's holy and demonic in nature. Its existence was a closely guarded secret of the royal family of Calvard. After the kingdom fell, the church attempted to recover it, but no trace of it was ever found. So how in the goddess's name did you come into possession of a Peyron, a sword of divine darkness?
So that is what it's called.
Wait, why are we only hearing about this now?
This sword has become something of a legend. I understand why you are shocked to see this in my hands. Allow me to enlighten you. This very blade was passed down to me. I had the right of its inheritance.
He's a descendant of the royal family. Got it.
I was born by the name of Gerard Eldarion. I am a descendant of the royalty that once ruled Calvard. Therefore, both it and the throne are rightfully mine. You must be curious as to how a descendant of the royal family still lives and stands before you. That is because I was taken into the care of a cult that is now extinct.
Oh, we're back to the DG cult. Cool.
The DG cult. They were one of the groups that went on to become the Gardens after spreading chaos across the Republic.
Oh boy, the Oathbreaker must have spilled the tea on that. Yes, the Gardens can trace its roots back to the cult, as well as the Order of the Moonlight Horse, which he and I once belonged to. Then he ran off to the Society with your friend the Golden Butterfly and another ex-member, leaving 7-year-old me in the dust all the while.
Wow, that's some ancient history there. That was, what, 3 years before I signed up with him?
Oh, that certainly takes me back. I did feel a tinge of guilt for abandoning you at that tender age. I tried to find somewhere for you to start anew. But when I saw how much fun you were having in your new playground, I realized that wasn't necessary.
And right you were! Imagine receiving an open invitation to create your very own Garden of Killers. Oh, I was drowning in a sea of blissful ecstasy.
So if we're talking about the Gardens, what exactly happened to the ones that were under Ariok and Melchior's care? Then they all just die or they scatter?
Even you had to be
Curious.
impressed with how it all came together.
Oh, yes, very impressed. You certainly put your skinny back into the task.
I worked my pretty little self to the bone. As a result of my efforts, I met the Emperor, herded the remnants of the cult, became acquainted with Ariok and Olympia, and most important of all, found our wonderful boss shortly after he assumed control of Almada. I met a descendant of Calvardian royalty and a former high priest of the DG cult. How could I perceive it as anything but a fortuitous twist of fate?
So what exactly are you all trying to accomplish here?
Are you attempting to restore the Republic's monarchy? Or are you following in the footsteps of the cult?
Neither. I care nothing for the country's revolution 100 years ago, nor do I care about the increasing number of immigrants welcomed through its doors. And I will not leech off the teachings of the cult like a parasite, as my parents once did. I'm afraid those things bring me no fulfillment whatsoever. I am not the kind of man who obsesses over past glories, nor do I desire to rebel against the goddess. Everything that drives a human being to action, friendship, work, envy, love,
fear,
all of it holds no meaning. Just an endless source of frivolity and tedium. So I sought a diversion, a reprieve from this vapid world. And I found just the answer I was looking for. The ultimate source of reprieve. Fear. You cannot deny that our neighbors in the Erebonian Empire prospered greatly as a result of conflict. And much like conflict, fear is a fundamental component of human nature. Life, death, order, and chaos can only exist because of fear. It is at the heart of everything, the foundation upon which all else exists. Once I learned that, I began my lifelong pursuit to seek out fear in its purest form and instill it in everyone.
You're one sick piece of shit, you know that?
So that's why you were drawn to the concept of nuclear weapons. And you got Professor Callahan wrapped up in your web of lies.
Indeed. and he created a wondrous work of art. But alas, it just isn't good enough on its own. As a weapon, it's too unstable, and it won't leave a permanent mark on the world, even if we were to take the lives of everyone in this city. People will be dismayed for a time, but like with the Salt Pail and Retributive Tower incidents, they will forget and move on.
What was the Retributive Tower?
And that is what led me to the idea of this carnival.
The events in Reverie.
It is the birthplace for the ultimate fear. One that will fester inside every human being for the rest of their lives. Now, I grow weary of idle chatter. Shall we begin our duel to the death?
Sounds good to me. You are so going down!
This'll be tough, but we can't afford to lose.
We also can't afford to be reckless. I'm almost certain he's up to something.
Probably. Still, we've got to go for broke. Otherwise, he'll make mincemeat out of us.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm going full throttle from the get-go. Mare!
Jumping right into Grendel.
Mare to the rescue! Okay, Van. Hope you're ready to...
Wait, he called him out on his own. It usually doesn't happen.
Huh?
You're the nightmare.
Yeah. Ready to go!
Okay. Shardswell, the Grendel's all yours!
Ah, there it is. I was wondering if you would pull the same trick again. So that must be your nightmare, then. What just...
He's got something similar, don't he?
Something's interfering with her AI.
Bear, snap out of it!
No, this is all wrong. This isn't who I am. This isn't me.
She vanished. The hell did you do to her?
What's wrong? You still have your restraints, do you not? You should focus less on her and more on the battle at hand. I wonder how this will play out. Will I fall prey to your nightmare? Or will you be consumed by my fear?
Let's go.
Here goes. All right.
Oh, he gets
Let's
first
see
move.
just what you can do.
What you gonna do, man? Oblivion Fist. That's not too bad. S damage for 50 craft points.
Go get him.
That's pretty good.
Time to close in.
I suggest we strike now. If you please.
Got you.
Initiating skill.
Then I'm gonna guess there's gonna be a phase 2 to this fight.
Activating skill.
For sure. There's no way that the boss level Mata does not have his own unique theme music.
Checking enemy stats.
Go get him, tiger.
Your turn. I'm on the scene. Blaze. Breathe on. Reset. Cobalt curtain activate.
I shall handle this. A good chance for a shard boost.
Sure.
Energy output maximum. Activate skin guard.
He is not amused.
Quit stalling and make up your mind.
Initiating try. Breathe onto us.
I believe you get multiple attack ups if you use it multiple times, like in the previous games. That was not bad at all.
Time to close in. Got you.
I've seen better.
Is this Grendel permanent for this fight? Looks like it is. Like super evil eye. Oh jeez.
Joke.
Everyone, give up. Are you now?
Well, we have something for this.
Maximum boost. Great circle.
That is a brutal S-crap.
Give unto us the breath of life.
Not bad.
Energy output maximum.
Keep it up. It's working.
I'll just have you punch.
Initiating skill.
The minus strength is nice. Yeah, she went down, so she has no crap points anymore.
Time to close in. Got pathetic.
Someone's feisty, huh?
Make it count, Water.
Vulgar claw. Abaddon nail.
Goodness. I wish I could use Regal Beatdown twice, but they won't let me.
I suggest we strike now.
They'll also only let me use Oblivion Fist once.
Your turn. Here goes. Take this.
Goodness.
Got you. Energy output maximum. It's in your hand.
I've got this. Satellite jump.
You say you down.
Not bad.
Another one. Wow, that did not deal as much damage as I hoped.
My hunger is its specialty.
Simply beautiful, aren't they?
Oh, here we go again. Agnes is still alive.
Vitals falling.
Perfect.
Cobalt curtain activate.
Go get him, tiger.
Activating skill.
All right.
Gotcha.
1/3 left.
Go already.
Yeah, the hard part is staying alive here.
Keep it up. It's working.
Lord of Doom, that's a new one.
I won't hold back.
Constantly breaking through the shields.
Accessing. Initialize.
Gotta try. Another new one. I'll cancel.
I won't let this chance slip by.
Keep spamming it.
Initialize. No, you don't.
Force them to cancel it every time.
There we go. Now we're talking.
We have a little bit before his turn comes back around. Which is good. Alright, perfect.
Maximum boost.
Swap her to the back row so we can bring her in later. Anyway, I'm gonna cancel all your buffs.
Here's our chance.
Oh, that's like perfect timing.
Lapis code, activate.
4K shields. Let's see if we actually block something.
Forgive me, everyone.
Just like that one shot. But that's why you put Agnes into the back row.
Sorry.
Yeah, he can't be swapped out, unfortunately. Dantès gets one more turn before
So much for
you can swap him.
Pace yourself. Your readings become
Alright, perfect.
It's in your hands.
I'll take it from here.
Let's use all of them as a human shield.
Maximum boost. It'll be alright. Activating skill.
Go already.
Oh, perfect timing for that.
Might want a boost here.
Yes, we might as well boost.
One skill coming right up.
Here's a little more.
Mr. Salesian.
This'll do the trick.
Boost level. Activating skill.
You're initiating skill.
Let's get started.
We just need one more S-craft here. Might be able to get it if we just spam Rapid Onslaught.
I suggest we strike now.
Go get him,
Let's move over here. You can use this to get 8.
Placing shield.
Perfect. Alright. I think this will do it.
You're screwed now.
Sweet.
Is that all?
Stats upgraded. I did it!
Alright. Round 2. I'm ready to get my ass handed to
Is
me.
that all your precious nightmare can do? How pathetic. Surveillance system. Adjust parameters. Set the game's end time to exactly 3 minutes from now. Once the timer hits 0, throw a Peyron and I against the bomb.
You can't just change the rules on the fly like that.
Not good.
You are a little devil.
Dare mock me?
Oh, damn. Got a good hit in.
I was right all along. I found it. Seems my work here is now done.
That's it? I really was expecting a phase 2 to that.
Are you alright? I'll see to you right away.
Don't worry. My injuries aren't that bad. Nothing like what he has. Didn't really have much of a choice at the end there.
Pierced him through with a blunt
Of course
instrument.
you didn't! That was self-defense, pure and simple. Son of a bitch practically held a gun to our heads.
Yeah, if you didn't do that, he would have killed us and all of the people in Arasion.
The final boss, Dantès, has been defeated. Zone clear. Congratulations, Team Arkwright Solutions. You have won the game.
Yay.
Don't worry. It'll take more than a little fall to detonate it.
So it's finally over, right?
I believe so. The game at least is fit.
That's right. This marks the end of the greatest party in history. Ah, even in death, you shine so beautifully, boss. You died with the grace of an angel. But you were also as selfish as a devil till your dying breath. How could you walk the road to hell by yourself and leave me to wallow in misery?
Gehenna.
Though I suppose that's part of why I fell for you in the first place.
You're free to join him any time, bud.
The jig is up, Melchior. We beat your stupid game, and your organization is toast. Why don't you surrender and come quietly?
That sword only answers to those it deems worthy. You will not be able to use it to detonate the bomb.
Well,
of course. That was never in the cards. But I figure I can whip up a nice little fireworks show to commemorate the life of my dear boss.
Blowing up the castle. Okay.
Explosive artifacts!
I scattered them all throughout the palace, just in case it all shook out like this. If you wish to make it out alive, you better get moving. I hope to see you alive and well at our next meeting. Adieu!
Damn it!
We've got to book it. Let's go.
We gotta grab the Genesis and the bomb.
Right!
You can leave that to me.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, what?
It's Ariok's armor.
But there isn't anyone inside.
The Fangs of Rahu has a mind of its own. It craves fresh sacrifices, and it will get what it desires. Master or no master.
What?
Okay, then.
You're pulling my leg, right?
Is this the time?
It's not going to let us past, is it?
We really don't got time for this shit right now.
Then we'll deal with it for you.
Oh, hey.
Oh!
Impeccable
Appreciate it.
timing, you two.
We came as soon as we heard the game was over.
Collecting artifacts is kind of our thing. So, you can leave this to us. Wait! But this place is about to collapse!
Don't worry. We have an escape route already laid out.
You have our thanks, but don't dawdle in this place for long.
Not another step! It's payback time, Fangs of Rahu. Let's do this, Leon!
Right.
Searing seal of mine, shining from the abyss.
Glacial seal of mine, shining from the abyss.
Yeah, they're fine.
That's where we came in from.
How do we get out now?
Over there!
Extra door.
There's fire here, too! Ugh, where's the convenient exit when you need it?
This way'll do. It leads to the watchtower on the castle walls. All right, you guys. Get ready to jump!
Jump?
What? You're insane!
Oh no!
Aim for the bushes. Oh, there's a moat outside the castle.
We're alive, aren't we? I think so.
Why in the hell did you think that was a good idea? You some kind of maniac.
Maniac or not, we're alive. So, yeah, I think it was a solid plan.
My attempt to soften our landing with shards proved successful.
I wish you remembered that some of us aren't the athletic type.
That was awesome! It felt like we were acting out the climax of a movie or something.
As long as everyone is alive and well, I won't complain.
No issues swimming with that heavy, solid metal bomb.
It's finally over.
Yeah, we've closed the books on this case. Though we still have plenty of work ahead of us, and the lives Almada stole will never be returned.
I still have so many questions.
But I think we've paid back the debt we owed those people, and then some. For now, that's good enough for me.
I was finally able to avenge my bros.
Yeah. I hope Ida's smiling from up above.
Maybe the people of Basel can rest easy now.
Oh, hey, you guys!
Is everyone okay?
It looks like they're all in one piece at least.
Ren! Elaine! Marielle!
Here comes the welcome wagon.
Wait, what happened to the enforcers? They were just here a moment ago.
And they swam off in a different direction.
They finished what they set out to do. Guessing they wanted to peace out before the CID shows up. And good riddance. Wait, where's our pay?
Now that you mention it, we never got around to discussing payment details with them.
Perhaps it would be best to let this one go.
Oh, hell no! Give me my damn money, you scamming assholes!
Good work, you two. We've already wired the mirror to them, but I couldn't pass up the opportunity to see them squirm.
Mirror's in transit.
He may still blow a fuse when he learns I paid below his rates, though he did enlist our help, so it's only fair.
You are such a stingy old man. Can you not throw the poor things a bone?
He's probably just pissed that they ruined all the prep work he did.
Not at all. This ended up being an oddly invigorating experience for me. Life is dull if everything goes the way you want it to. Isn't that right, Spriggan?
All the parties you could potentially group up with, then. Except for
He
that.
didn't do half bad for a dropout.
I'm afraid I'll require a little more proof before I accept that he is worthy of our time and trust. Anyway, what should we do from here? We were unable to recover those artifacts.
Ugh, don't remind me. Guess I ought to hit up the CID's chief and see what our next move is.
I suppose we can call this a job well done.
Indeed. We met all of the objectives that were issued to us by the President. However, our main AI's predicted danger level remains the same.
It should have changed by now, but it's still showing as yellow. We must remain vigilant as we wait for the grand reveal next month.
Melchior's still around.
Most of our primary objectives have been accomplished. However, I regret to inform you that the Overseer of the Thorns managed to escape. I must also apologize about the matter related to the Dark Blue Core. We have already begun pursuit of the former target, and we will expand our search radius for the latter. Everything will be taken care of, Captain.
Chapter 5, The Restless Carnival, End. Got a lot of mirror out of that one. And gonna take us
Truly
above
well done.
triple A rank.
Then I'll update
Never
your
mind.
rank.
Okay, solutions rank rose to double A.
Got it.
Photo armor. 20% evasion for both types.
That's just about perfect.
Nice. Employee a month is.
It is an honor.
Nice. Good chapter. Let's see what's happening next. We have the whole festival next month. And we're skipping to the end of November. It had been 8 days since the events of Oracion came to a close. After the crisis was resolved, it was announced that the explosion at Vashtar Palace and Kray's destruction were the work of Almada. However, as if to quell any unease, it was also promptly announced that Almada was no more thanks to the CID and a number of external collaborators. With the last remaining nuclear device being recovered, the state of emergency around Edith was lifted the next day. This happened in tandem with the fervent reports that the CEOs of the Quincy Company and Etwas had been formally arrested. This was a shock to many. The Quincy Company's products were beloved across the continent, and Etwas vehicles seen as a major status symbol. It was almost unfathomable that both men had been blackmailed into funding a terrorist organization. The Quincy Company's CEO being the father of a famous A-rank bracer added to much of the discussion as well. However, his daughter personally led the charge on his arrest. The general public sentiment was one of compassion and concern, and her attempt to turn in her bracer badge was summarily rejected by the guild's headquarters in Lemon. Calver's economy, which had been briefly thrown into disarray by the state of emergency, was quick to return to relative normality. Yet, some things would never return. The impending end of reparations continued to emit a small degree of unease among the populace. Still, this and the culmination of events had no ill effect on President Gramhart's approval rating. Indeed, they only served to increase it. His office stated that a memorial service for Kray would be held during December 3rd's Revolution Festival. Following that would be quite the reveal. The Calvard military's newest weapon would be on display, a symbol of the country overcoming its grief and moving forward with great strength. The big robot that they're making? November 30th, 9:12 a.m.
So that's that, huh?
Yeah, well, Melchior's still on the run, which does bug me. But the authorities in the guild have taken out all their bases and secured any routes that could be used to flee the country. Their partners in crime are being taken care of too, right?
Indeed, the Gralsritter and Iscariot have put aside their differences for now to pursue the gardens.
The one remaining member, or one remaining leader, I guess.
Several Jaegers, including those of Ikaruga, and even the Society have also been working toward that end.
Meanwhile, Heiwei and Marduk spearheaded the effort to expose all of Almada's connections. I believe their findings, which reveal a number of associates, have since been sold to the CID.
That's quite a lot.
Man, Gen and Sao never miss a beat.
Abby and the rest of our people have been hard at work with Ice and Shield too.
As for the nuclear weapon, we don't need to worry about that either. Professor Hamilton and the other disciples supervised its disassembly, so it's no longer a threat. Professor Callahan isn't believed to have made any more, and the Mafia won't be capable of making more themselves anytime soon.
Even if the one sword capable of detonating them was still in their possession, they would still need a device to be detonated. I might add that Calvert is aiding the congregation for the sacraments in going through and clearing the rubble that was once Vashtar Palace. They expect to have finished the task and found that sword together with the halberd and armor artifacts by mid-next month.
None of them can be used by anyone but their rightful owner anyway, right? I guess once that's wrapped up, we'll be able to say this whole thing's well and truly over.
I suppose so, yes. To think we've persevered through so much.
We sure have.
I'm still worried about Melchior, though. Just to me, it's strange how no one seems to have any idea where he is.
He's probably chilling somewhere in Edith.
I still can't believe what he did to his own boss. I don't know if I'll ever be able to understand how that guy thinks. Not that I want to.
Psychopath does psychopathic things. News at 11. Just how it is. I wish I could have taken revenge on the last asshole responsible for my bro's deaths. I can't win them all, I guess.
Yeah, we're gonna have to leave that one to the Oathbreakers people. They say you gotta fight poison with poison. Now it's time to see if he'll live up to that old saying.
Right, but at least now, the world can finally be at ease.
Yes. Still feeling guilty that you couldn't stop it all from happening. Yeah, but I'm also trying to tell myself that I did everything I could. Including for the children of Racian. Even if I can't help but feel like I put a lot of people out for nothing. Not true at all. Perhaps there may be some who would see your actions as self-righteous, but I believe they were meaningful. Of course they were. And not in the business of telling my assistants what's right and what's wrong, either. You did what you believe was right. That's good enough for me. So, you got my thanks too. Well, you're welcome, but I couldn't have done any of it without a lot of help from others. Not everything had a happy conclusion since Elaine's father ended up arrested. But I'm still so glad that we're all able to gather like this again. Yeah, me too. Our foes were a terrifying force to be reckoned with, but through everyone's cooperation, we triumphed. You deserve a lot of praise yourself, you know. Thinking back, there were a lot of times when I don't know what we would have done without you. You owe so much to the goddess, or maybe to our chief for having the devil's own luck. Could be. Either that, or because it made Lady look my bitch. What's that mean? You'd stop that? You really can't help yourself, can you? But what do we do with these now that we have them? Oh wait, isn't there supposed to be 7? So we now have 6 Genesis in our possession. I doubt I could have ever gotten this far without all of you, so thank you. We're happy to help. It just leaves 2 now though, right? Oh, there's 2. There are supposed to be 8 in all, so that should be the case. Professor Hamilton has been looking into where they could be, but nothing's come up so far. None have been discovered in any of Amada's bases or the garden's hideouts either. I'm sure they'll turn up eventually. Just gotta keep looking.
So, now that we've dealt with Almada, things should be back to business as usual before long.
You could hope, but, I don't think so.
There's still gonna be plenty on our plates, especially in the short term. But it's about time you guys started thinking about whether or not you want to keep working here.
And I suppose it is getting to be that time. The way things are going, my primary task will be complete before much longer. I've got other things I want to do here in the capital, at least. And hey, I'm not even employed here. I wasn't really talking to you, but since you seem so dead set against being here anyway, why not go home already? Well, I would, but the paparazzi are such a headache and the food here's so good. I get that they're a hassle, but come on. You have to have given up on your story by now. And Nina seems worried about you, so even if you don't go see your family, you should still go back to your own place. I will, eventually. What are you, my mother? perhaps you should discuss the situation with the owner of your apartment. I was talking to you, though. What? You're still covering all the trouble Amada caused, but I doubt that'll last more than a month. So unless I start taking on more subcontracted jobs, I'm not gonna need to pay out for any assistance anymore, or have the budget to do it. But I plan to find those last 2 Genesees, but it's gonna be on the side while I do other work from here on. While a helping hand along swap would be nice, it's all I'm gonna need from you. Or need you for. Besides, you're gonna be loaded up with student council work for a good while after next month rolls around. That's true, but kind of work. Oh well, there's gonna be some big event taking place at Agnes' school in a few months. There's no need to hurry them into a decision. As you said, you still intend to help with the aftermath of Amada's actions. I will remain here to assist you with that as well, and the more we have on our side, the better. Not wrong there.
I just wanted to give you guys a heads up that you should be thinking about this stuff.
Suddenly voice acted.
The Revolution Festival's in 3 days, and we're gonna be drowning in work until then for sure. Been a while since we could focus on 4 SPGs and Edith, so hope you're ready to dive in soon as breakfast is done.
We only need a little bit more for AAA rank. Hopefully we can get it before the end of the game. It would suck if it was that strict. Like it was it Trails of the Sky SC where you basically had to do literally everything to get the highest rank? Finale, for you upon your return. I'll meet you guys back here at 10:30. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna be up to in the meantime, Agnes? Oh, not much. I do have something I need to do, though. I think I should take care of a software update that needs installing now, actually. Version 3.6.2 of the Kitty engine that was released last night. I was thinking the same thing. I'll just get going for now, then. Till later. Van just chilling by himself, then. Got it. So she pushed an update, huh? Our ex-kitty sure keeps herself busy. And I just know her workload in Horacion must have been nuts, too. It's for the best, I think.
Yeah, just tell me what you want.
She hasn't done anything out of the ordinary since Horacion. There's still a lot of mysteries to be solved about both her and the Grendel. Those got nothing to do with the others. Not even Agnes.
This is all wrong. This isn't who I am. This isn't me.
I was right all along. I found it. Seems my work here is now done.
Still, maybe Master was right that I laid that on them out of nowhere. There's still time until we need to head out. Why don't I go check on them? Speak to all allies before getting to work. What do we got? Burger Employee of the Month. All 4 SPG cases closed. So supposedly that means there are 7 more. And we get, Aja. Okay. Wait a dang second. Okay, so max rank is 5, I guess? I know, it looks like there might even be like 6 levels to it. Does that mean you basically have to do 2 playthroughs, basically? In order to actually complete that? Anyway. No combat simulator, no changing the party. I guess I'll listen to the radio. Let's see what's going on.
And now, a news break. Hope you're having a good one
times. President Gramhart revealed 2 events for this year's Revolution Festival: a memorial service and a showcase of next-generation military equipment. The announcement has made waves not only within Calvard, but across Zemuria, a sign that this is set to be a boisterous one even by its standards.
What's that about? Gonna change the stream title, because why not? It is the final chapter after all. Also, they aren't here anymore. Removed from the sidebar. Weather report.
Bring you the weather. How's it looking for us?
Here are the latest forecasts for regions throughout the Republic. The upcoming weather appears to be getting in the festive spirit, as clear skies are once again predicted throughout the Revolution Festival. I'm sure we'll see scores of citizens out enjoying the day well worth celebrating when the time comes.
Thanks for the update.
Traffic information.
Yes, these are the most recent reports on the road courtesy of the Calvard Roadway Information Center. Traffic is heavy across Calvard as people from throughout the country make their way to Edith to take part in the Revolution Festival. In particular, traffic restrictions will be enacted in the Vontai district in preparation for the festivities.
That's all we have for now.
Alright. What if we try to leave?
Whoops.
Okie dokie then. You actually have to talk with everybody. What's up? Oh, hi Dan. You just wrapped up breakfast menu for the day. What she said. No more from the morning menu for you. Don't care if you didn't get enough to eat. You lost your chance. Fine. I'm grown as an adult. I don't need to eat that much. I just dropped by to kill time until I leave for work. Also, I just wanted to say I'm so glad you all made it back here safe and sound. I second that. Sometimes we make for noisy neighbors, but lately it's hard to rest easy when things get too quiet. Especially now that I won't be seeing my Cray regular anymore. Yeah, I guess you and that guy from Cray had some history, huh? Sorry. Yeah, since he helped with restaurant stock, we got to know him pretty well. We'll be going to his memorial service, as you can imagine. It's fair we send him off after everything he did for us. Right, makes sense. Well, I'm not going anywhere anytime soon, so things should still be lively around the office. But the source of the issue's gone now, so my assistants might split off soon. I'll believe it when I see it. It's a little hard to imagine they would. Oh, I was gonna ask earlier, but what about that racer? Did he stop by again? He has. He actually stopped by yesterday. Thanks for asking. That's good, I guess. You alright? I suppose. He enjoyed his meal, at least. What's the verdict? In between them, or what? What? You gotta glare at me like that. Oh, are you talking about Maxim? He's funny in a lame way. He's got his work cut out for him before anyone respects him as a father. Good luck, pal. Yeah, probably not gonna happen. But then Tommy Lot showed up. Almost noon. Move your lazy asses. Yeah, he's not in a good mood. Guess I'll just head out and keep myself busy. Hot meat for that.
Something already.
Yeah, I'll try to make it. Oh, we already made it.
Seeing ya.
I'm gonna leave to see her all back home safe. You made as energetic as ever, so you can't just leave her without someone to play with, no? Got it.
Can't go wrong with any of them.
Nothing new.
See you again.
Oh, there she is. Sneaky. Are you talking about Max? He's funny in a lame way. Harsh. Don't let him hear that, okay? Actually do it. It would be hilarious. Are those Central Eastern and Western Eastern Central Eastern and Western history book?
Oh, yeah! Agnes gave me the Western one. They're supposed to be the same edition, but there's a bunch of little differences between their contents and viewpoints. It's been really eye-opening comparing them, even if there's also lots of stuff I don't really understand.
Well, ain't you a budding scholar? If you can get your hands on the Far Eastern version, I bet you'd find all kinds of differences there, too.
I was thinking the same thing. So, Aaron promised to give me his old copy. You know, before I met you, I barely left the village. Most of my life was spent inside of it. But Ida wasn't kidding when she talked about how big the outside world is. Even if I dedicated my entire life to studying, I doubt I could learn all there is to know about it.
Probably, yeah. Listen, I meant what I said earlier, but I probably shouldn't have brought it up out of nowhere the way I did.
No, I totally get where you're coming from. The timing is right. Now that Almada's gone, I feel like I've been able to avenge Ida's death. It sounds like Abi's willing to forgive me for disobeying his orders, too. I also miss Umi, my mom, and my siblings Lana and Camille, to tell you the truth. But I've also gotten used to living in Calvert, and I have a lot of fun at Sunday school. And more than anything else, I'd be really sad to say goodbye to you and everyone here.
Still, we're not talking about tomorrow or even next week. And even if you do go home, it's not like we'll never see each other again. If your goal is to become a real warrior, though, then I think the choice is clear.
I guess you're right.
But you don't have to go down that path if you don't want to. There's plenty of things you could do off the battlefield. You could even try following a path more like Sylphe's.
You really think I could be like Fee?
Not pushing you to join the guild or anything, to be clear. Just saying it might be better than you following in your brother's footsteps.
Yeah, I think so too. Still, I never even considered becoming a bracer. Is it okay if I think more about it?
Think about it as long as you want. There's no rush. And just be ready to head on a bit, okay?
Okay.
Double talk. It's made me think about what else I can do, besides just going back home and being a warrior. I think I'm confusing myself about it. There's so many options. I want to take the time to really think it through. Probably help along the way, Van. Never really investigated all these rooms thoroughly. Are those ammo cases? Is that what those are supposed to be? It almost feels like it. But it'd be up our alley. Honestly, I'm surprised there isn't a picture of his family back in Basel.
Hello, Van.
Considering they had a bunch of them in that house.
Oh, is it time to go already?
We got time, don't worry. But damn, your drone is something. Your speech is stiffer than a hollow's, but it's wild how you can hold a whole conversation with them.
Yeah, they don't have complete free will, but they do have a networked sense of self. Zeros is the same. They're around the same quality as those combat shells in the Empire, from what I understand. The other mare is leagues ahead of them on a technical scale, but Hadios knows how long it'll take humanity to make something similar.
It'd be a tough ask even for Hamilton and Cronkite, huh?
Oh, absolutely. We're talking singularities here. Still, we know it's theoretically possible. That was proven by what happened behind the scenes 2 years ago. You've heard all about that, I assume.
A bit, yeah. Guess I don't even need to ask what you're gonna do once you graduate. Feels like a given that you'll be focusing on orbital drone research. Or have you got your sights set even higher?
I'd like to help the professor with her work at some point, even if I don't feel like I'm quite ready yet. Still, I'd rather finish things here before moving on to something else. Working here has been incredible for broadening my horizons too, so I think continuing my studies here would be more than worth its while.
You think?
Basel has patently more in the way of facilities, but the orbital network is lightning quick these days. It's even helped me attend lectures at the Institute remotely, so it hasn't been half as inconvenient as I was expecting. Being here will also let me take part in the project to upgrade the network currently in use in Edith and the surrounding area. Though, at some point, I'd really like to broaden my studies at the Epstein Foundation, ZCF, and Rhineford.
Makes sense. And our little boy can only think of protecting his grandmother's home has already took the world by storm. How grown up you are, you should have just joined us in the spring instead of being shy.
What? Who are you, Aaron?
My bad. I only heard it after it came out of my mouth. But yeah, compared to the others, it hasn't been long since you moved in. If you're satisfied with the setup you got going on here, I don't see the harm in working from here for a while longer. Plus, you got Paulette to breathe down your neck if your health starts to nosedive from researching all night.
You're probably right. It's nice how she always worries. Still, are you sure you aren't gonna need my help after this month? Almada might be out of the picture, but the issue of the Genesees is still ongoing. And there's still a lot we don't know about Mare, the Grendel, or Marduk either.
Why does he not have an idle animation playing?
Then there's whatever Yang, Professor Cronkite,
There we go.
is working on with the President.
He was like perfectly still. Got a point. There's a lot going on. So, if I need help with stuff, I'll be sure to come knocking. That means you come knocking if you need help with stuff too. Can investigate whatever you want, even down to the color of Cronkite's underwear.
That's so random. And don't think I didn't notice you patting me on the head.
You've become very red, Katra.
Get your cold? Let me feel.
My temperature is perfectly normal, thank you very much.
I did want to mention, I don't feel obligated to shoulder my workload. I appreciate it, but solving problems myself helps me learn more about the bigger picture. You never know when that knowledge base may come in handy. You look satisfied, Katra. You shall assist you, Katra. Makeup stuffs, some plants, and then our computer. That's all we got in this room. And some paperwork. So you're working on stuff for Marduk. Probably about Almada. Still a decent chunk of time until half past, so I'd better get out of her hair.
Oh, Mr. Arkwright.
Sorry, I wouldn't have come in if I'd known you were working. All the Almada stuff almost wrapped up?
Yes. We've been able to pinpoint groups related to them, their dummy corporations, and other illegal channels. I admit to some surprise at just how far outside of Calvard their reach spreads. But Marduk has largely decontaminated the areas over which it has influence.
Chief Security had a big role to play in that too, I'm sure. Though, who wants to bet Thorndyke will use this as a chance to expand Marduk's market share?
I suspect you would be on the winning side of that bet. Between the war against the Empire and the Tower and Crossbell appearing soon after, it feels like too much is happening too fast in Zemuria. As other countries seek to catch up with the Republic and its latest innovations, Zyphas, assault frames, I imagine the need for Marduk's services will only expand going forward.
Makes it abundantly clear we're living in a time of big change. Speaking of, start thinking of the next step for yourself at all?
I am but a humble concierge. Nothing more, nothing less. My focus for the foreseeable future remains supporting you, Mr. Arkwright. Be that with Mare or with your stun caliber.
I'm sure there's a decent amount of research that still needs to go on with Mare.
I could do most of my work remotely as I did before, of course, but I am now aware of just how much more inefficient that is.
Gotcha. Wish I knew why your people love to have their eye on me so damn much. But I ain't gonna tell you what to do. Got an equal deal going on between us. Just keep in mind that starting next month, I'm not gonna need as much office help as I have been. Which is probably fine for you. Your plate's full enough not having to deal with the day-to-day around here.
Well, I suppose I do. Though I would like to believe I'm making a fair contribution irrespective of that.
Van's animation broke again. Well, Van's animation broke this time. There he goes. Something up?
It's nothing, really. I was only thinking that I might not be able to help you from next month onward after all. You see, next month will mark 1 year since I was given this body, and it's about time it was given some thorough maintenance.
Oh, right.
Depending on matters here and the overall project status, I might have to return to my former environment. In that event, I would have no choice but to revert to assisting you remote.
Now, hold up there. Really gonna be okay with that?
So you have an inkling as to what that former environment was? What gave it away? Was it something about the way I work? No, I suppose there isn't any point in me knowing.
No, it wasn't anything like that. Just...
Please, don't misunderstand. As you're aware, Marduk is a logical, impartial corporation. So long as I keep demonstrating I can provide value to them, I don't doubt they will keep letting me use this body. In that regard, our relationship is quite equitable. I even plan to purchase it from them if all goes well.
Huh? That's an option? A state-of-the-art artificial body can't run cheap, though.
It most certainly is costly. But with my salary, I think it's possible that I could have enough Mira saved in a few years. My current arrangement here earns me even more than my remote work did, too. So I would like to keep at it as long as possible.
Hey, happy to help. I'm curious, just how high a salary are we talking anyway?
Well, I can't give you a specific number since that's classified information.
I want to know.
But about enough to buy an Etoise entry-level sedan?
You could buy a used apartment in the suburbs with that kind of money. I don't believe I've ever divulged how I spend my savings in retrospect. I'm not sure what my job responsibilities will entail after next month's maintenance. And I believe I'll continue to explore my transfer options. They do seem quite attractive. Judith's room. Oh yeah, posters of her mother and grandma.
So you're going back to your apartment?
Yeah, I guess that's the plan. I must have worried you sick, huh? It looks like Buzz Raiders finally given up on their stupid obsession with me, so it seems safe enough to live there again.
There's been so much going on lately that I'm sure they've got bigger fish to fry now. Hmm?
Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh, you're fine. I've actually been wanting to thank you for helping out Judith for a while now. Please pass on my regards to everyone else as well, including the family who runs the bistro.
Now hold your horses! I'm the one who's been helping him out, so why is he the one getting thanked?
Because I'm sure that you just weaseled your way into his trips outside the capital without taking no for an answer. I don't know all you've been up to, but I do know that you were able to return in one piece thanks to Arkwright Solutions' efforts. And with how much I respect you as my senior in the industry, I think it's only natural for me to want to say thank you.
So you respect me that much, huh? I mean, not that it isn't perfectly natural for you to respect me, of course.
Never takes much to butter her up, though I'm sure our young lady here just so happens to be an expert at it.
She's become such a sassy little thing. She was so cute and polite when she first started out, but look at her now. All that success must be going to her head.
That was 3 years ago, right? Oh, I don't know if 15's early or late for starting out in your industry.
It's not late, but it's not really early either. I started acting at 14 myself. A lot of actors and actresses get their first roles when they're children even, which just goes to show how much of an unusual case she is. She ended up going from a rookie to a top actress in 3 years, which is just crazy.
You can see why, though. I've seen a few of her films, and it's interesting seeing how different her approach to the craft is compared to yours. You can handle any kind of role that's thrown at you, but she just fully becomes the character she's playing without even trying.
I didn't realize you knew your way around different acting techniques. I agree with you, too. Her performance in Wolf's Requiem was amazing, but Gloria just blew me away.
Yeah, her Sheena Dirk was something else. The media kicked up all that fuss about an Easterner playing the role, but in the end it was hard to see her as anything other than Sheena Reborn.
Boy, she's 4 years my junior and already she's nipping at my heels. She's sure not making it easy to stay top dog. But I say bring it on. I don't plan to go down without a fight.
Good. Got none but respect for that spunk you got in you. Real shame about the rest of you, though.
You better watch your darn mouth. And while I'm at it, I think what you said earlier was pretty out of line, too.
Right.
So, now that we've dealt with Almada, Things should be back to business as usual before long. But it's about time you guys started thinking about whether or not you want to keep working here.
Yeah, I think so too.
Wow, I didn't expect you to outright admit it. Then...
Still, you don't want people butting in on your side of the hustle either, do you?
Well, no, but that's not the same thing. I inherited my techniques from my mom and hers before her, and while they might not be legal, I still think the world needs... Oh, I get you now. I don't know what your secret is, but you've got something you don't want people to get involved in too, huh? Or I guess, something you can't afford to let them get involved in.
Anyway, it's two people who transform into things a teenager might have dreamed up. They gotta look out for each other. I don't know if I'm down to get caught living with an actual criminal, though, so you should still probably find some other place to live.
But I really don't want to give this place up.
Food's too good.
Well, I've got my next film's premiere coming up, so I'll go back to my old place before the festival, at least. I just wish I didn't have a bunch of stuff to report to Mom and Grammy first.
Enough about me. I get why you draw that line where you do. But the way I see it, or the way they see it, I think it's fine. Alright. Next room. Alright. So I'm gonna be back in a second. Hold up.
Well... Alrighty. Well...
Okay. Before I start everything back up, I need to look at something with my computer because it's making a lot of weird noises. Like it's like one of the fans is hitting something. So yeah. Take apart.
Well,
here in it for a second. Or at least take the cover off and see if I can spot what exactly is making this noise. That's real nice. It's one of the fans in the video card. I can do about it at the moment. Not gotta actually open up my computer and keep the whole thing with cleaning it out. Gotta do it like tomorrow probably. I did not take care of this thing as well as I should. looking at this fan in the back. And guess I'll just make this microfiber cloth dusty real quick. There. That should improve airflow. Yeah. That's a lot of dust.
Well,
Just been a minute since I actually took the time to give it a thorough cleaning. But hopefully that should help a little bit. At the very least, I actually got my noise gate setting set up so it doesn't go through the mic. Oh wait. One thing that's unique, that's his mother, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, let's talk to Aaron. Oh, he's reading Girls. Honestly, kind of nice to still have you still acting the same around times like these.
What? You come to talk about that cold bunk you said to the kiddos? If it was gonna eat away at you, you shouldn't have said it in the first place. Looks lame when a dad past his prime sulks over his teenage kids.
Quit finding ways to call me old. Besides, seem to have it in your head that I wasn't talking to you, but I was. Gotta have plans to go back home eventually, right?
Sure do. I'm a born and bred Longport boy, and I always will be. But I've only been here for 3 months. That's barely enough time to miss me. So unless I've got some specific reason to head back, I'm staying put.
Dokie.
But I wouldn't mind going to a few other places, like Crossbell or Arabonia. Hell, I'd even put Eastern Zemuria on the table.
Look at you go.
Knock it off with the my baby's growing up vibe. Oh, and let's get one thing straight. Me staying in the capital doesn't mean I'm gonna be at your beck and call. If the girls left and this place turned into a total sausage fest, I don't even want to think about how sad a sight that'd be.
Hey, don't give me that look. Not after your pity, alright? By the way, your old prom ain't showing any sign of resurfacing, right?
You mean that tyrant? Yeah, nothing there. Yen can call me a reincarnation all he wants, but as far as I'm concerned, I'm as me as I can be. I decide what I want to do with my life, not some dusty old relic from the ancient past.
You're a one-of-a-kind cocky little bastard, you know that?
Now what's that supposed to mean? Don't be such a freaking creep. Anyway, get lost so I can have my fun. Though, if you don't mind waiting to kick some ass on the clock, that'll give me time to go tap some ass off the clock.
We ain't putting off work for that. Just how much have you been getting around when I haven't been looking? Well, he knows where the Blacklight District is. Who died and made you my grandpa? Go and read the kids a bedtime story or something. Let me do my thing, yeah? Got some booty calls I want to make. EMI. Yeah, and yes. This is where you snuck off to. Yes, I had a quick errand to attend to. Are all your preparations squared away? Preparations? It feels like a bit of a stretch calling that, but yeah, I'm ready. You still got plenty of time, so no need to rush. Well, there's rushing and then there's being efficient. She's in the middle of something. I'll bug her later after my stuff's done. Quite lovely out today. The sun feels wonderful. It's been some time since I last made the rounds. I think it's getting me excited. What is that one? Izaros. So what's he doing now? Sleeping or standby mode, I guess? Well, no point in waking him up. Too tight. It's probably his laptop, isn't it? No. Oh! We never entered his room. Is that goggles? Got a machine. He's got a jukebox. Is there? It looks like there's text on it. It is gibberish. It looks like gibberish. Anyway, for guard. Well, he's made himself right at home.
As you well know, I shouldn't even be alive right now. I've decided to make the most of this chance, to try things I couldn't even imagine in my previous life, and have found myself rather enjoying them. The magazines you used to read were quite inspirational, if I'm being honest.
Is this a song from East? Wait, so this is my fault? If his hordes of more respectable students ever found this out, get out of my head. Give me a quick second. I was distracted by the music. So, Ashlad isn't the uncooperative jackass I was expecting.
Indeed. He may be a man of few words, but he is an honorable, just, and determined one, capable of seeing the greater picture. Rank-and-file armed monks trust him, so I would be confident in Iscariot's handling of matters, if he were the only one they answered to. However...
Got his boss to worry about, their captain, right? The one all 30,000 members of the Papal Guard and Iscariot answer to.
Correct. They took up their post after my retirement, so I've never met them. I believe their identity is considered a top secret, even among the Congregation for Divine Worship,
Convenient.
To whom the Papal Guard also answers.
I'm sure it'll be important later.
I suspect only a small number of people know who they are. Several hundred Iscariot monks, the cardinals of the Congregation for Divine Worship, the commander of the Gralsritter, and the Pope. Whoever they are without a doubt the Congregation's wild card.
But what reason would someone like that have to get their right-hand man involved in this? The Genesees? They're more of a Gralsritter kind of deal. Actually, why are you even telling me all this stuff in the first place? I'm already like a magnet for info I don't want to know as is.
It's far too late to be caring about such things, my young friend. Still, whether they are criminal or legal, your old friends or your assistants, I genuinely believe that the more people you know and interact with, the better. Who we meet shapes who we become. Be these relationships fortunate or foul, we are all the more human because of them. Surely the past 5 years have taught you this.
Well, people's natures don't just change easily, I guess. Having you in Erasion was a huge help. As huge a help as it is having you here now. So I count this relationship among the fortunate ones, at least. So keep sticking around so the younger generation can kick back a bit, yeah? I'd pay you thanks, but I don't think you'd take the Mira. At least let me get you something even nicer than that jacket you've taken a liking to. Anyway, we still got plenty of time left, so I'll go ahead and leave you be. Take it easy, Master.
There are things in life you cannot avert your eyes from, no matter how hard you try. Whether you can realize that fundamental truth is down to you, Van.
We're gonna go back and talk to him real quick. I've said my piece. All that's left is for you to look within yourself and make your decision. Now then, I'll need something to pass the time. Perhaps a bike magazine or two will help. Special feature. Heart-pounding courses with heart-stopping views. Color me intrigued. Agnes went down to a different floor. Oh, she went to the roof.
Okay, that should do it. Oh, Van, Is it almost time to go?
Getting there, but we still got some time. Can't believe how lifelike this guy is. Professor Hamilton's students are something else.
I was told there's more to him sleeping in the sun than just imitating dogs, too. He can turn the sun's rays into orbital energy.
Makes sense. Remember that being one of the areas Professor Hamilton was researching. Still, I know we've gotten real comfy around here over the past few months. But it's almost time to start planning the next school festival, ain't it? Is the student council gonna get real busy soon?
Yes, you're absolutely right. I'm starting to feel the pressure, to tell you the truth. The end of April still feels like a long ways off now, but I know it'll be here before we know it. I was able to attend last year's festival just after enrolling, and there was just so much to see and do over those 3 days. It was hard to believe that the whole event was planned and executed by students alone, even if quite a lot of them did take part.
Yeah, it's a staple of spring in the capital at this point, especially with how many people check it out. With your current president at the helm, I can see this upcoming one being a festival for the books.
The other student council members and I are a little worried about that. So you did attend Aramis then? Just like Elaine and Mr. Kincaid.
Yeah. I dropped out not long after becoming a second-year student, though. Elaine and I were in the same year, while Renee was a third year. Second he had the chance, Renee took on being student council president, because of course he did. And because we've known him for so long, we started helping out with student council work too. And Elaine stepped up and took the role of vice president once the former one decided to go abroad for a while. There you go. That's how the festival came to be under one man's merciless watch.
I see. Of course, after getting to know you so well, I can imagine that whatever you organized for it was anything but typical. I'm sure Elaine was less than impressed with it. While Mr. Kincaid thought it would be funny and thoroughly approved, even though he probably shouldn't have.
You were right there with us. I remember my first drink at the after party back then too, and it was so good. You know how much of a sweet tooth I've got. Not even the bitterness of the alcohol could keep me from cracking a smile.
I should have known. You were pushing the boundaries of legality even as a teenager. So the festival came to a close, and the student council elections were held in May. That's when Elaine became the next president, and when you dropped out, I assume. You did it without warning, too. Without so much as a single discussion with anyone beforehand. So, how right am I?
You sure you're not psychic? It's like you're in my head.
Well, I know the average school year at Aramis, so I just put 2 and 2 together after seeing the way you talk to them. That, and these last few months have also done wonders for my personal growth. I used to be this shy little girl who was afraid to leave her comfort zone. Someone who couldn't even speak her mind to the one family member she wished she could the most. But now, I feel like a whole new me. I can walk a little further, and have learned to say what's in my heart. I have everyone here to thank for that. But most of all, I have you to thank for that.
Spent some time animating the lip flaps on that one. I thought divining my high school years was enough of a surprise, but you weren't done, huh? At this rate, you're gonna have everyone running around at your beck and call even more than Ren.
Oh, stop. I doubt that'll be the case. Though there is one person I wish would pay a bit more attention to me.
What's up?
Nothing. I was just thinking that I still have a long road ahead of me.
So you got to talk to him a bit on the phone after what happened in Aracion, but that's it? Yes, I'm used to that by now. Seems like this year's Revolution Festival is going to be a big one, too. Both the memorial service and more besides. No wonder he doesn't have much time to dedicate to me right now. But he did say we could get together after the ceremony is over, thankfully. Really? I guess it's better than nothing, and at least you can still see him. That's true. Compared to Elaine, I'm very fortunate. Can't even imagine what she must be going through. It's amazing to have been able to do what she did. Make what must have been an excruciating decision, even if it was the right one. I don't think there are many people who could have followed through on that, race or otherwise. I hate that the hard times clearly aren't over for her. But if you could just be here for her, I think she would like that very much. I don't mean to put that responsibility squarely on your shoulders, of course. Mr. Kincaid and the guild should be there for her too, but still. I mean, yeah, I wasn't gonna give her the cold shoulder or anything. It won't make up for what I did 7 years ago, but I'd like to think I can be there for her in some way others can't. Sounds like she won't be back here for a while, though. Got a ton left to do in Horacio. What's that look for? Not proactive enough, you think? Oh, don't mind me. I'm sure just knowing you want to comfort her would mean a lot in itself, really. Oh, okay. Yeesh. It always pleases a teenager once they get to that age, I guess. Still. What is it? Why are you laughing? You lovebirds want to get a room? I didn't know you were all here. It's already time to leave then? You might want to get your eyes checked if you thought you were if you thought you were seeing hard eyes. Oh, I don't know. Did you hear anything special, Zeros? Not you too, Katra. You're just making small talk, honest. I feel a little better now, to be honest. Our futures may still be uncertain, but for now, we can continue to take each day as it comes. Now we can, and sorry I shouldn't have said what I did earlier. Man, our boss is such a little troublemaker. Don't sweat it. They say not being able to read the room comes with old age. You know, one day you're gonna realize I'm still in my prime. It's always the same with you two. Forget it. Let's just see what's on the docket for today. The Revolution Festival's 3 days out, and I wouldn't be surprised if the aftermath of Almada's destruction led to problems too. It's only 10:30, and there's a lot of us, so I think we can cover all the districts in this part of town by today, right? Right. And let's get to work. Yes, Fairy and Aaron join the party. I will bring Burgard, and I'll bring Rosette along. Like, it's Burgard's herbal break. Okay. So go around the city while completing 4 SPGs. Oh, yeah, we should probably talk with everybody. Oh, we got free time too. Sweet. I've heard that the Orbital Net is experiencing a lot more overhead with the festival nearing. And on top of that, they've started testing for compliance with the new range protocols. Might be throttling the network a little too. I'll have to adjust our network settings so that our service doesn't get interrupted. Oh, that reminds me. I found some weird lines in Theo and Zeros' activity logs. Evidently, they started communicating with animals. Never expected them to develop those kinds of routines, but I'm interested to see what comes of it. Is there anybody on the upper floors here? Interactable kitty? Nah, kitty's not chilling on the roof this time. There she is. This is where you snuck off to, huh? You blend right in already. Gotta say, this place nails both the food and the vibe. It's growing on me. Oh, by the way, I heard the Edith Girls Collection is the night of the festival. I've been scaling back my work ever since the festival, but the EGC is one stage I can't ditch. Very near and dear to my heart. I plan to at least give the opening remarks. Ooh, that reminds me, I need to pick out a dress. I'll still be around if you need me for anything, though. Just let me know. It'll give me some food for thought about my other job. Though the whole aftershock thing does have me kind of anxious. What does that book say? Animal Index. Okay. I couldn't read it, so I was... Hey, we found Christ who's gonna die first! They still kept the asset. Alright, let's swap out our party members. I want to see what the other people have to say. But yeah, Virtual Combat Simulator. We should have a new one, right?
Activating
Divine Blade Shizuna is the next one. Oh, great.
I'll take you on.
Ah. Oh, yeah, we have to get all the crap for, resisting shit.
Go all out. It's up to you now. Leave this to me, you please. Might want a boost here.
It's a stun that she inflicts constantly, right?
I suggest we strike now.
Here goes. Here goes.
Oh, it's gonna take a lot of S-Crafts to bring that down.
I'm out.
I'll take over.
Master, I need your help.
Perfect chance.
Got everybody.
Breathe on to us.
Goodness.
My move now. Great.
Deploying shield.
Now it's my turn. Don't mind me.
She hasn't started spamming her crafts yet, which is interesting. There it is.
Zero storm.
Hit him fast, Barry.
This'll proceed with caution.
Activating skill.
Freezing wind. I won't let this chance slip by. Don't mind me. Accessing. Initialize.
I shall handle this.
Oh. Sure. Boosted. For free. Good miss. Barry's actually dodging attacks for some reason. Oh, he got afflicted with frost. Can't S-Craft while doing that, huh?
This'll hurt.
Protect us.
Okay then. Might as well use it. We have all these items that we haven't used up yet.
I shall handle this. Initiating drive.
The rest is up to you.
God, this'll do the trick. Lapis Code, activate!
Perfect chance. This'll hurt.
So it has one up arrow. Now it has two.
Here it comes.
So you can actually get a 3 up to your damage.
Silver wind.
Yeah, so he's got like triple damage up. Can heated roar, get the bonuses for that.
Here goes.
S-Craft, and then immediately we can S-Craft again.
Placing shield.
Why do you keep attacking Fairy?
Give up.
We need help!
Energy output maximum.
Actually, I'll just do regular Lion's Roar and then S-Craft.
Here I go. Activate Activating skill. Boost gauge limit removed.
Thanks. Stop right there! A chance!
Some extra.
No chance!
A chance!
Stop attacking Fairy constantly.
No chance!
That's a bit better.
This'll hurt.
And like, Dan is just so quick. He uses up all of his flaming prayer buffs just immediately.
A chance! Like hell you are! A chance! Great! Here's our chance!
This'll do the trick.
Lapis cone! Activate!
Mon, really gather upon me. Here goes.
Activating skill.
What? I was holding left trigger there. Didn't bring up the menu. Anyway, removed.
No chance!
We don't need her dealing even more damage.
A chance! Go, Catra!
This'll do the trick.
Satellite jump!
Much
Thanks, pal. Man! Brace yourself!
We're almost halfway done.
This'll hurt. Here goes. Hit him fast, Barry.
No, I'll just leave her in just so we can keep getting flaming prayers
Keep your
off.
guard up.
And she seems to be dodging, for whatever reason, quite well. Didn't dodge that.
Energy output maximum. Activating skill. Deploying shield.
You won't get away with this.
Seriously, it's very weird how Barry is always the one who's being attacked.
Activating skill.
I owe you one.
Deploying shield.
Bring it on. This'll hurt.
Oh, frozen again?
Make it count!
Pop a warmer. On yourself, please. There we go.
Here goes.
Brace it!
Let's get started. My blade is both true and
Where's the
false,
S-craft?
dancing in the moonlight. Behold! Zero gleam! Run wild! Raging blast!
Deploying shield.
Wow. Barry, clutching it.
All you now! I'll take it from here!
Here's our chance!
This'll do the trick.
I can't do anything.
Time to close in.
Hopefully another S-craft is not coming our way.
There!
I shall handle this. Energy output max. Activating skill.
Dispatching shield.
Alright.
You'll pay for that.
Try and see through this. Dispatching shield.
I won't lose!
Alright.
Transmitting code. Activate!
Now you don't!
A chance!
Here goes.
Now you don't! I won't lose!
Alright, we'll swap you out.
It's up to you now! I'm on the scene! This'll hurt!
See, I'm gonna strategically use an item here so we don't lose.
Going all in.
Thank you!
I won't lose! See ya! We need help! What the hell you want? A chance! Great!
Here it comes!
You'll pay for that.
Did not want her to go down.
This'll hurt. Great!
You're even better than I'd hoped. Run wild!
Will not falter.
I sure do love the frost status effect. It's my favorite.
Maximum boost.
A chance!
Oh, it didn't undo his frost status effect.
My blade is both true
Well,
and false.
probably we're gonna die. Oh.
Ren, I'm sorry.
No, you don't. Won't give up. Fight you now. Leave this to me. Accessing. Initialize. Dispatching shield. Zero storm. No, you don't.
And even if it all cancels the shield, still get like one thing off of it.
I'll need some time to recover.
This
soon.
frost status effect is just brutal.
I need to heal up soon.
There! Here goes. Time. It's done!
Ooh, get to double up on
Here
it.
goes. Great!
I won't let this chance slip by.
I can't take much more.
My exhaustion's catching up to me.
I'm gonna try using my Thalos from a distance. See what happens. Oh, it worked.
Thanks.
Sweet.
Going all in.
When Catra's turn comes around, I'm gonna have to
I suggest we strike now.
see. Maybe something like this would help. Need to swap in for
Going all in.
Fairy.
Activating drive.
This'll hurt.
This way, Shizuna.
Zero storm.
Oh, that cancels hate, doesn't it?
I'm going.
And swapping her in
The
is
rest is
risky,
up to you.
but
I'm on the scene. Maybe proceed with
oh, the hate actually does not go away. Interesting.
Here we go. Now it's my turn. Accessing. Initialize. Dispatching shield. I won't lose. Here it comes.
Oh, Anya's got in range.
Well, this sucks.
All right,
This'll hurt.
keep following. Keep the hate coming this way.
Here goes. Time.
Perfect chance.
Oh, she doesn't have any EP left.
Going all in.
Activating skill.
Reset.
Van's fine for a little bit.
Pull out all the stuff.
Don't mind me. Don't mind me. Right out. Mr. Arkwright.
This'll hurt.
This way.
Zero storm.
That has a lot of range. much moving. I'll just go over here.
Initiating drive.
Keep the distance.
Maybe proceed with caution.
He's gonna have to heal himself. Better to live. I would like to first try the simulation. It would be very funny.
Activate the skill. Here it comes. Silver wins.
Ow.
Do your worst. Breathe on twice.
This'll hurt. Here goes.
Can't remember if Zed has Forte or not.
Good luck.
Anyway.
Here goes. Great. Here goes.
It's not going to be enough. You have to do another loop of that.
I won't let this chance slip by.
Does not have a Thalos.
Pull out all the stops.
I think the move here is to play defensively with this.
Accessing. Initialize. You won't want to miss this.
That was the right
My
move.
is both true and false.
We should at least get the defense for the S-Craft, even if it cancels everything.
0-3.
Alright. Another miss on Fairy.
All you on yes.
Yeah, we just need a little bit more. Just a smidge.
Flames protect us. It's up to you now.
I think he will be able to deal the damage we need.
Pull out all the stops. Master, I need your help.
I guess I got
Perfect.
this.
First try. Virtual Vanguard cleared the entire beta version of the combat simulator. Nice. Nothing unique with that, but we get some kind of achievement. All virtual battles won. Agnagarn. Physical damage increases when HP is higher. Max 50%. Okay, that's very good. Anyway, I just give that right to Van. He's got the Mighty Thievery, so I think we want to keep that, which is the Wind and Mirage, which I guess Taurus gives Wind? Yeah. Oh, it gives double since it's Earth one. Which means you can't remove anything from this section. So I guess maybe removing the EP3 is probably the best choice. Yeah, there's nothing special in this. Beautiful. As if Van needed to deal more damage. He still needs a little bit more to max out his Hollow Core. Very close. Let's see. Let's do the free time events right now. Why not? What's the button for it? Found it. Old Man's Back Pain. Mysterious Request. Director Lamb's Request. Mending Ida's Belongings. Jack's Side Hustle. So if we want to max him out, we'd probably do Jack and Hal's request. Ren's request, and then either of these. Start with this one. Mysterious request. Got a 4SPG from an unknown sender. It wasn't just addressed to me, but Ren Bright as well. Normally I wouldn't take on a request like this, but I'm oddly curious. Maybe I should see what Ren's up to. Is this the people that she beat the crap out of at a different one? I remember that happened. There was a point where at least she beat some people up. As we decided to take a short break, everyone split up. This brigand request addressed toward both you and I. Something sneaks real bad about this one, but I don't think it's just a prank either. Thoughts? I can handle it myself if you'd like. That's fine, I'll lend you a hand. Be quite a few shared acquaintances after all, worth looking into. So, what is the request about? Retrieval. Something's been smuggled into the city via the underground, and we're supposed to go get it. Out there's pretty convoluted, and it looks like shit's been encrypted over and over a few times. Not gonna lie, this might be a little bit out of my depth. Lucky for you that I'm here. We're both perfectly suited for this matter, so let's cooperate and get to the bottom of this. After agreeing to work together, Ven and Ren decoded the 4SPG. They continued gathering clues afterward from the Orbital Net and the Underworld. Eventually, the trail led them to an attache case. Attaché. This must be what we're looking for. There's some tricky shit to figure out. Definitely didn't cut us any slack. I'll say, we had to follow the thinnest threads we could just to get here. Had we not teamed up, this whole search would probably be dead in the water. Must have trusted us to find it in the end, though. It was here after all. Well, let's crack it open and see what's inside. Van unlocked the attaché case and threw it open to reveal. What? Writing utensils and painting supplies. What the hell's this stuff for? Nothing weird about any of them, just normal-ass pencils. I don't get it. Oh, looks like we've also got these letters here. They're addressed to the both of us. No sender listed, but I can only think of one. Right. Grandpa Jorg, beyond a doubt. Dear Ren, I realize I'm more than 6 months late. Before I say anything else, I want to congratulate you on your acceptance into Aramis. Time really does fly fast, doesn't it? Feels like it was only yesterday that you enrolled at Genis. Always had that impeccable talent and appetite for learning, from studies to your papers and everywhere in between. May have felt at first there was no point in returning to ordinary schooling, that it was a waste of time for a mind of your caliber. But there are some things you can only learn and experience in those common places. I suspect you've come to realize that yourself. Now that you have a place in this world to call your own, it's good to spread your wings and spend time away from your friends and family. Although I only looked after you for a short period, I pray that you find happiness wherever your travels take you. Sincerely, Grandpa Jorg. P.S. Thank you for taking care of those kids and tidying up the workshop during your visit a year and a half ago. I greatly appreciate it. I didn't know what to get you to celebrate your admission, so I simply picked up some safe bets for a student your age. If you have no use for them, feel free to throw them out. I'll hardly be hurt. Don't be like that, Grandpa. You'd never throw these things away. Oh, he's still as awkward as he ever was. Awkward and clumsy outside of his doll making, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Alright, let's see what he's got to say to me next. Mr. Van Arkwright. It goes without saying that you and I have done much for each other over the years. I won't dwell on that ancient history. But if I can offer one piece of advice to you, do not avert your eyes from the spirit you have within. Beyond that, please continue to guide and protect my granddaughter. I trust that you're looking out for her while she's in your periphery. Did you really have to write that last part? I used to seeing him be so protective. Hard to blame the guy. Ain't seen you in years. Got him a little slack. Please, it's not just you he's being nosy with anyway. 1 second. Controller doing the weird thing that it did before. Here we go. Turn it off. Turn it back on again. Should be working now. What do you mean by your spirit within, though? That's an intriguing line. Beats me. No idea what he's talking about, but that's par for the course, though. I mean, you know how he is. Guy just sees everything differently. What hell of a grandpa you got there, you know that? People say his dolls are beyond lifelike. They even have their own hearts and souls. Maybe that power lets him take a look inside other people's hearts all the same. Could be onto something. It wouldn't hurt to keep what he wrote to you in mind, whatever it turns out to mean. Maybe, yeah. Where's that old fart anyway? Any idea where he is or what he's up to these days? I have no idea. I guess it's as good as mine. He may very well have slipped back to his workshop in Crossbell by now. Or perhaps he's abandoned it and set up shop somewhere else entirely. It's hard to tell with him. My master was like that too. Me being all cryptic and shit's just part of getting old. Maybe so. I'm happy to have heard from him at least. Thanks for bringing me along, Van. I'll have to return the favor one of these days. Hey, take it down a notch. Play with fire, you might get burned. Oh, think I'm still just some little girl, do you? I'll be all grown up before you know it. In many ways, I already am. At least enough for me to reach out and lend you a hand when you need it most. Just like you did for me all those years ago. Eesh, old man's right. Girl's growing up fast. Too fast, if you ask me. Sure, I'll ring you up if I really need a hand. Van saw Ren back to her dormitory and left the attaché case in her care. That the two went their separate ways. And just like that, it was back to the usual business.
I'll invite you to a tea party sometime. I do so enjoy being a good hostess.
We never got paid. It was a 4 SPG. A superior lady. Van's arts attack up 10. Yep. Next, we'll do Jack's side hustle. Jack's got some business in the Blacklight District. He seems pretty serious about this, and he's stressed that I had to keep this a secret from Hal. Maybe I should check up on him. Van's group decided to take a short break and all that. There he is. Looks like Jack's got business with Yamai. Hey, this isn't what you promised, old man. Promise? No, I'm sorry, I haven't the foggiest idea what you're talking about. I never promised you anything, you see. Oh, got a problem? From the shadows. Oh, hey, Van. You actually came, huh? Yeah, I was a little concerned about you is all. So, what happened? I asked this guy to reserve a certain 10 mirror coin for me off the chance it came across it so I could buy it off him. But instead, he went behind my back and pawned it off to somebody else. 10 mirror coin? What's got you worked up over it? It's what we in the business call an error coin, a misprint if you will. Not only are the portrait and text flipped, the copper is the wrong color too. It has a slight silver hue to it. These little mistakes are 1 in 10,000, if not rare. 30,000 mirror per coin is quite common. But that's not all that can inflate the value of these, no sir. Owner history plays a part too, and a previous owner as infamous as this coins can bump the value up even higher. 50,000 by my estimate. Damn, 50,000 mirror for a little coin? Must have had one hell of a past life to command that kind of money. You're damn right it did. I'll take it you know about my mentor, my greatest rival. Of course I do. The king himself, ain't it? How's own old man? Right. You probably know that he's not around anymore. There's a reason for that. I was a dumb little shit when I was younger. My cocky ass got him killed. Damn, dude. Sorry. I didn't mean to dig up all that baggage. Well, now you know. Anyway, I'm sure you put 2 and 2 together. That coin we're arguing over used to belong to him. After he died, that coin disappeared. I have no idea where it went, at least until yours truly happened upon it. Jack offered 100,000 mirror for that little coin, and at the time I was more than happy to give it to him. Unfortunately, another customer beat him to the punch with a 105,000 mirror offer. Poor Jack was just minutes too late. It really was nothing personal. I was just doing as a businessman does and taking the better offer. Oh, give me a break. You just told me somebody had put in a counter offer. You would have put up more money, too. That is a little odd you didn't do that this time. I know just how much you like to ring people for every mirror they're worth. It was the moneybags who ran off with the coin. Well, if you want to know, you'll have to go straight to the source. As it so happens, the buyer left a note to pass on to Jack. It says quite plainly, if you'd like the coin back, come to Kayun. Right, you couldn't just sell the damn coin to them, you had to help them antagonize me too. Thanks, Imai. Every now and then, someone comes out of the woodwork trying to pick a fight with me. Who's got out for me this time, though? I haven't a clue. Yeah, I remember that pair of cheaters you had to deal with in Longport when we were in town. Sure ain't easy being famous, huh? Getting over right now, then? I think I'll tag along and see how it goes down. Sure, go ahead. I don't mind the company. Is it Hal? It's Hal, isn't it? Huh? What are you doing here? Yep. Why do you think I'm here? Because I'm the one who bought the coin. Figured it was possible I might run into you. And now here you are, I guess. Yep, here I am. Good to see you, Van. I was originally planning on having Mao officiate our little game, but if you're here, I'd be more than happy to have you do it if you don't mind. Sure, I can do that. Bit of a roundabout way to challenge someone to a game, though, don't you think? Yeah, but unless I go to that much trouble, Jack won't take it as seriously as he should. So just to reiterate, Jack, I want to play a game of poker with you. Winner keeps the king's coin. Winner keeps king's coin. That is a tongue twister. Sound good to you? I'm game. You're on. Think you have any chance of winning against me? Do you really need to ask, Jack? You're right. My bad. That was dumb. Alright, now with that settled, I'll have you hold on to the coin, man. Every round, you'll flip that bad boy to determine who goes first. If it's heads, I go first. Tails, Jack goes first. I feel like I'm being given a big responsibility run in this match. I'll do my best to make you guys proud. I'm sure you'll do just fine, man. We appreciate having you. Well, may the best hand win. Let's get down to business. Jack and Hal's game got underway as Van watched the proceedings unfold. After the pair exchanged 100,000 Mira for 10 poke chips, they began to trade blows with each hand of cards. Once the match fully heated up, all the remaining chips were put on the line in a dramatic showdown. Really stepped up your game, Hal. I'm impressed. Truth be told, I didn't expect you to even last this long. Save it for when you win, Jack. This game ain't over until it's over. Got that right. Yeesh, you two are freaking nuts. Not too many in Zamuri who can read each other's hands and bluff the way you can. Looks like this next hand's gonna be our grand finale. It seems like it. Keep up the good work, Van. Doesn't matter who goes first. Either way, your fate's already set. Well, here goes nothing. Moment of truth. Which hand should I catch the coin with? So I'll catch it with the left hand. Tails, your move, Jack. Damn, I gotta go first, huh? That's the way it's gonna be? I'll exchange 2 cards. Were you thinking of trying that on me? No wonder you're disappointed. It's definitely better to go second in that case. Hal's got 4 kings. What you got, Jack? I get it now. It's Master King's technique to play like that. 4 of a kind for Jack. What's going on? Did Hal set this all up? What about that last card? Sure did. King's whole specialty back in the day was taking control of the cards, putting his opponent's own hand. Played well, Hal. Ain't nothing to it. Wait. 5 of a kind. There's still 1 card you haven't opened. What could you possibly still have left? The game should be over. Not if I got a wild card in my hand. Joker. Okay. That's exactly what I have. 5 of a kind with Jacks. Read 'em and weep. Sorry, Hal. I win. What the? I'm not sure I follow you guys. Did you somehow use Hal's own move against her? More or less, yeah. Oh wait, How's that possible? I wonder all I like, but at the end of the day, we call you Victory Jack for a reason. So it doesn't even matter who actually went first in this case, because you would have always gotten that Joker. I lost, and that's all there is to it. So time for me to pay the piper, I suppose. Coin's all yours, Jack. Here you are, Jack. Good game. Thanks. That was a fun one, to say the least. One more thing we need to settle before we head on out. And the coin back. Well, I'm giving you the coin. You're the one who should hold on to it. Jack, what are you doing? He agreed. Whoever won gets to keep the coin. You earned it. You shouldn't give it back to me. In fact, I want you to have it. There's nobody else I'd rather see it with than you. Seriously, take it. It's okay. Oh, I get it now. This whole match was just a setup for her to give the coin to him all along, wasn't it? Sorry, Hal, but I can't let you have your way on this one. If that coin was mine, then it'd be up to me to decide what to do with it. But if you're that determined to hoist the thing upon me anyway, there's one thing you can do. Play you again, and win. Right. These things work in our world. Fine, if that's how you're going to be, you're on. I'll keep improving my skills, and then one of these days I'll beat you when you're playing your absolute hardest. Until then, you better not lose to anybody else but me, or your ass is grass. Deal? Deal. Man, I'll find another pair of gamblers like these anywhere else in Sumeria. Glad I got to see this little exchange today. That was neat. Promise made, and proceeded to enjoy some yum cha with Jack and Hal at Kayum. Afterward, he reunited with the others, got back to work.
We should get some drinks and have another heated round of cards soon.
Maybe I'll crack open the good stuff for you when you do. Just try not to drink yourself stupid, Jack.
And we get Unrivaled Gambler Pair, and we see Victory Dice as our prize. What is Victory Dice? Let's find out. Accessories. Accuracy and critical 40%. The critical 40% is interesting. So she was actually dodging Shizuna's attacks with 59% evasion. Supposedly 59% evasion. I still do not believe it. But for the hell of it, where's the thing that we got that gives us like an extra 20% evasion? Oh, it was an outfit. Chrono armor. Black armor that can withstand space-time distortions. Her evasion is 70%. Is there anything that increases evasion here? No. Do I have anything else that increases evasion? Sun lamp, 5%. We already have the leopard strap equipped. The bunny strap is 7. Oh, that one's 9. Might as well see how it works. She's our guinea pig for stacking evasion. Can I not chat to Barros? There, or Theo. Barros is the dog. 3 days until the festival. We got one last big push. Assessing the special menu, ordering enough ingredients, managing reservations. There's a lot of work to be done, so time to roll up my sleeves and put my back into it. Theo shall assist. Activating support program. And having Theo around is a huge help. Agreed, and we'll help whenever we have the chance to. Let's make this Revolution Festival the best it can be. Oh, thank you all so much. Some tasty treats to thanks. This is really booming now, ain't it? Right. Business is booming.
What'll it be, hun? Come back soon!
So, festival menu is always a big hit, but I can't get complacent. Gotta give it 100% every year, no exceptions. Make sure you guys get back early. Get some folks to taste test some new dishes I'm working on. Really? Yay! I can't wait, your cooking is always so good. Got your attention real fast, huh, small fry? Now me, I'm interested in the adult munchies. Anything that goes well with the cold one? You can find out when you do your job, you little brat. Quit slacking. He does like to chew Aaron out, but Sonny tells me he'll have some snacks for him anyway. Gang's really settling in, aren't they? Aaron's already drinking the place dry. Can't rest my laurels here. It's always pressure to come up with new stuff. Make sure you get home early today. Got some work in progress dishes I want you to taste test. Listen up, no slacking off, got it?
Pick something already.
Nothing here.
Be seeing you.
Forgot to swap out the party members to talk to the people that are currently not following us around. Change party. So we'll select Katra and Judah. Here's Rosette. Gavas is bound to face heavy traffic on the day of the festival. As such, I plan to organize our submission documents and perform other clerical work in advance. Feel free to entrust me with this work and devote your attention elsewhere. We have to find out where our other party member is. Found him. Keeping your bike in shape? Nice. Indeed, I had some free time on my hands, so I thought I might tune her up a little. Been meaning to test her out. Let me know the next time you need to go out, and I'll give you a ride. Lucky son of the... Better let me at her again sometime, capiche? You'll be more than welcome now that you have a license. You know, Burgert's kinda... He has this way of keeping Aaron in check. I'm sure he has a lot of rowdy students. That take care of the cleaning. I suppose I have the time for a quick ride. I do want to see your work done. If you need my help, you need only ask. We forgot one connection thingy. Alright, 50-50. I have a thing that sort of looks like a coin here. Heads is this current one. It landed on tails. Mending Ida's belongings. Fossil is going to work with Fairy to try and restore Ida's rifle. They want me to help them get the parts. Shouldn't be a big deal. Until it is. Dance group decided to take a short break. Everyone split up so they could spend their free time as they pleased. Yo, sorry for the wait. Don't worry about it. Just got here myself. Thanks for coming. Think nothing of it. Seems this has to do with one of my part-timers, so I figured I might as well. Want me to help out with the memento of the flame eaters, right? Yep. I want to fix up the custom rifle that Ida used to use. Seems like you've heard about it already. Sure have. We tried to get it repaired before, but they told us it wasn't really feasible. I assumed the two of you found a way to fix it. Bingo. You learned what parts we need to repair it. All that's left is to actually get them. It's been bothering me ever since I learned it was damaged, so I'm glad I can finally do something. I figure that things will get really busy once the festival starts, so I want to get it taken care of before then. Barry's working on the stuff that can be gathered above ground. While you're gonna be getting the underground stuff from the Blacklight District, in other words. And you want me to show you around the place. Exactly. You heard that nose of yours is really impressive, so impressive that even Jin relies on it. How about it? You for being my guide? Sure, why not? Couldn't hurt putting you in my debt more. I'd be helping one of my part-timers move on, too. Sounds like a win-win to me. Thanks. Let's get moving, then. Dan and Fee made haste to the Blacklight District. Upon arrival, they scoured the area in search of replacement parts for Ida's rifle. Looking to fix up a custom rifle, eh? Not to discourage you fine folks, but that sounds like quite the pain in the behind. You know, we're prepared to deal with it. As you can probably guess, we need some specialized parts to get back in working condition. Mind showing us the rifle suppressors and foregrips you got in stock at the moment? Not at all. Right this way, young lady. Hopefully I've got what you're looking for. He's definitely got a wide selection, but none of it looks quite right. What about this part over here? Looks pretty unwieldy, but none any decent Jaeger couldn't handle. Yeah, maybe. It'd actually be the same model Ida used. Or the same make, at least. Might work in a pinch. Might as well give it a shot. Working on Flame Eater's rifle, huh? I've heard stories about that bad boy. You're in luck. I know for a fact that the rifle I used back when I was on active duty is the same generation as her gun. You can go ahead and take it if you want. You should have a part or two you can use. Damn, that's real generous of you. For real? Are you sure? I mean, it has to mean a lot to you. I'm no Jaeger anymore, so I don't mind parting with it. Helping the Colonel's daughter sounds better to me anyway. In return, just promise you'll get back and tell me how the Purple Lightning's doing. I've been rooting for her ever since she hung it up to walk her own path. Let me know how she's holding up, yeah? Deal. Can't say I know everything, but I'll be happy to share what I can. Eventually, Dee and Van managed to scrape together the needed parts to repair the gun, albeit from a less than desirable mix of sources. With Fairy having acquired her allotted parts, the group reconvened at the arms dealer inside a department store. Sylvie, who'd been previously consulted about the rifle's damages, agreed to assist with its repairs. Van watched over the whole process and helped with basic tasks like polishing as needed. Eventually, shiny and new. Oh, would you look at that? Right back to the way it was. I think that's something. Even has the same custom rifle muzzle she used back in her Zephyr days. It maximized its firepower and improved its accuracy. Really like talking about that thing. You can see why. It's been customized in other ways too. Weight distribution probably makes it unwieldy to anyone who isn't a rifle pro. But I'd had no problem handling it. He and this rifle were a match made in heaven. No doubt about that. Glad we were able to get it fixed up for her. Flamir couldn't have asked for a better pair of sisters. So, what do you plan to do with it now? It's a good question. How do you feel about using it, Fairy? I don't think a rifle of this size would suit me, to be honest. Ida once told me to remain true to my own style. I don't think I'd be honoring her if I changed mine to adapt to her weapon. I figured you'd say something like that. Doesn't fit mine either. I have a better idea. How about we deliver it to the current members of Zephyr? Yeah. Heard they reformed after the war. Yep, it's changed hands since then. Now it's being led by two of its former regimental commanders, Zeno and Leo. I'm fine with giving it over to them, but are you sure that's what you want? Yes, I thought long and hard about it. In her final moments, Ida said the names of her Zephyr comrades, including you. I can tell she treasured her family there. That's why I want to return it to them. Okay, that works for me. I'll go ahead and arrange it for it to be delivered then. Oh, how are you going to do that? You do realize a civilian courier can't just waltz into Zephyr turf with a rifle in hand, right? Well aware. That's not what I had in mind. I know someone named Josette who owns a delivery company. Her people should be able to get it over to them without much trouble. I've heard of them. They're based in Liberal, yeah? You sure know a lot of people, don't ya? Yeah, they met a bit ago. I'd say the same about you. He got in contact with the courier, who happily accepted the task and got straight to work. Afterwards, she reached out to Zephyr, who were in a remote region of the continent, to give them a heads up. It'll be long before it's delivered, so you can stick around your base camp. So can you stick around around your base camp for a while longer? Sure thing. We had to kill some time before our next job anyway. The Jaeger's weapon is their very soul. We'll take good care of it. The three of us fought side by side many times as regimental commanders. She is dearly missed. Eyes and Shield told us about what happened to her. It's strange to think a part of her will be coming back to us. I'd like to think she's sharing a laugh and a drink with the boss on the other side right now. Probably stressing all about her little sisters too, the worry wart. Wouldn't shock me. It's good talking to you both again. See you around. Likewise. Give her regards to Ida's other little sister. Sounds like she's got herself caught up in something fishy. Tell her to take care of herself. Well, that settles that. Must be one of the only bracers in the guild who keeps in touch with the Jaegers. We don't talk that often, but they reach out to me every now and then. Now they got that squared away, I think I'm gonna drop by a cafe. Wanna come with? I can share some stories about Ida and Zephyr if you're interested. Really? Oh, I'd love that. And I could tell you some about my people in our village. Cool. I'd like to hear all about them. Dee and Fairy went off to enjoy some tea and conversation. Once Fairy returned, the group got back to work.
It'd be nice to introduce you to some friends of mine if the chance ever comes up.
We shall see. Alright, we got a lot of talking to do. And we got 2 hours to do it. Although probably should. Maybe I should turn in around 11 instead. I have to be somewhere, I have to make sure I'm somewhere on time tomorrow. So 1 hour's enough to walk around quite a few places and talk to everybody. Parker's been busy lately. Can't even get away on his lunch anymore. They're saying all that mafia business has been put to bed, but the insurance company he works at is still buried in claims. I can only hope stuff settles down by the time the festival rolls around. If not, kids are gonna lose it. Oh? I'm away from the booth. Please come back later. Don't try anything funny, I will catch you. That's weird. She's not here. Oh, I guess it's that time of the week. She might be hanging around the church. Montmartre hits a spot every single time. All my exhaustion from work just gets washed away. Oh, it's just terrible, terrible news. The Revolution Festival's been delayed. You serious? Because a ghost from 130 years past has risen from the grave and rent the Van Til district asunder. No way. It's taking the president hostage. The government has sent Judith to negotiate. What? First I've heard of it. This is, well, yeah. Not these bogus stories again. Ever thought about writing a book, Grandma? You're good at fiction. Oh, did my story not land? I thought I would get more of a rise out of you than that. Yeah, learn to pick up on it. I know that stuff is fun for you, but don't go overboard, okay? Everyone's used to it by now. Also, it's nice hearing her, lying again. It's been like 2 chapters since we've had her, being silly. Sigh. I'll just have to think of something more impactful next time. Something more upfront shocking. I better polish my skills before the festival, lest I sully the big mum's good name. Good for you, Granny. I'll steer well clear of that. Wish I could find a darker spot. Too much light here. What? You got a problem? I ain't doing anything wrong, so piss off. Who needs to just chill? We're having a conversation. Huh? You telling me the dog speaks cat? That's whack. He's got himself into the neighborhood kitty clique too. Looks like Mr. Kitty's higher up on the food chain. Intriguing. Zeros continues talking with these cats and might develop an algorithm for translating their speech. There's already a book for that. That would be lovely. I look forward to Zeros' learning. Everyone's clustered in the church on the other side of town.
Why, hello.
Eddie came back home the other day, but he told me he's just crashing here. Turned his nose up to helping out around the house. What's the boy thinking? He's just roaming the streets without a thought in that head of his. Sigh. Well, I've tried all I can. I guess I have to just let him be.
Looking is always free, you know.
Nothing new.
Come back for more.
Anyhow, if there's anything you need, I can ring you up here. With the festival coming up, it's a good idea to buy your gifts and other stuff early. You never know when the rush will hit. Jess's place, right? Today's the day. It's on the shelves now. My big debut's done and over with, but... Bye. I'm still just as restless as I was before. Maybe I should hit up the record stores and see what people think. I do kind of want to see what Raymond's jacket cover in action. The plan is to put on a little show tonight to celebrate my debut. It'll be at the usual spot, the Blue Score. The owner there has really helped me out. I'll need to give this performance my all. It's the least I can do to repay his kindness.
Say, why not take...
I drew the jacket cover for Jess's new record. It's not exactly high art, but I heard it's getting good reviews. Here's hoping it gives his sales a little shot in the arm. Oh, right, my actual job. You ready to take some flowers with you if so inclined?
Say, why not take some flowers with you?
Lilac ribbon for Ren. I'll rebuy the rose corsage, because why not?
I hope I see you again.
You sure know how to make a girl happy.
What do I do?
Well... Checking. Alright, so what's the 4SPG here?
Hmm.
Problem child. My son Curtis has recently started behaving rather violently. I'm concerned he might have made friends with some bad eggs. I would like you to investigate what happened to him. I'll explain things over at my house in Old Town. Drop something. I think Curtis was the one who was studying for those exams. I thought he was getting better. At least I think Curtis was that one. Zora. Still lingering scent. Gotta check the other bulletin boards.
Well,
we could probably just do the side quests now, considering it's not tied to the main story.
Welcome.
Get
Thanks
it
for
done.
stopping by.
Alright, what do we got here? Burnout lights in the 10th District High Street. District 2 is a building with faulty HVAC. Go figure I'd have to trudge all the way out there. Tackle that after lunch. This time of year is always a mess. All the holidays and celebrations bring in all the jobs. It'd sure be nice if Rebecca could help with festival prep out in the field, but... well, that's a no-go for obvious reasons. You can at least talk to people once she feels comfortable around them. Once she meets someone for the first time, it's like she's seeing a ghost.
Do you know what you want?
That's a lot of stuff in the bargain bin. Like, wow. I'll buy the power droplet.
I hope to see you again.
Consume.
Do you know what you want? I hope to see you again.
Kinda dropped by recently, and we got to catch up for a little while. Now that things have finally settled down, she's continuing her studies over at Sylvie's place. I'm glad for her. She really is strong-willed. I'd love to go and visit her, but I can't. Not outside. Such a mess. Kinda's got kinda such a strong girl. She handles the outside just fine. Then look at me.
Need something fixed?
Decoy. So we can actually buy these now. These special ones. Does that mean I can buy Sepithane? Or make it, I guess? Oh, baby. Oh, it costs fire. I can't buy it if it costs fire. That's the one we need for leveling people up.
Hope to see you again soon.
All that's left is... let's tackle this first. Oh, hey, Huck's back. There. Oh, hey. Is that the, why, yes it is. I recognize that body anywhere. I've seen you once or twice in the neighborhood. And is it just me, or do you just feel like I saw you somewhere else, too? But where? I haven't the foggiest idea what you're talking about. Don't tell me he's figured it out. That's it. This apprentice singer I met back when I was a young lad. Now it's coming back to me. I gotta listen to her sing just this wonderful chanson. Knocked me off my feet. You look just like her, I swear. An apprentice, huh? You might be thinking of someone else. What, that's it? No big backstory or anything? Lame. I don't like where this is going, but I couldn't tell you why. I'll just sput out. I was just a young man at the time, and heaven, she had me wrapped around her finger before I could say bravo. She made her debut around that time, and then her career just exploded overnight. She's a real big shot now. But to me, she'll always be that humble girl I saw on that little old stage. Wait, that sounds like... oh dear. I don't want to open that can of worms, so I'll keep quiet. It's her mom.
I appreciate you always stopping by.
It's always good to see you. One bath will be 200 mirror, please. Have we seen her, Anya's mother before? Anya was just over the moon this morning. Apparently they're doing some special class at Sunday school today. As a parent, I'm happy to see the school so engaged with its students. I appreciate how they tweak and refine the lesson plans as they go. Anya may be wise beyond her years, but she still has much to learn. I want her to soak up everything she can while she's still young and curious.
Heading in?
Funny choice of words for working at the bathhouse. Anyway.
This
is past
perfect.
I'm really working up a sweat.
It's so nice and warm in here.
I have like a swollen section on my tonsil. That's why I'm like
That really hit
doing
the
this.
spot. You look nice and refreshed.
Alright. Sauna visited finale. Did we miss one of the visits? I think we may have missed one of the visits. Because there's an achievement for getting one in every single chapter. Like going to the sauna. Including the whatchamacallit in Tharbad. The hammam? Was that what it's called? You're Zora, right? The one who put the call out for us. We're Arcade Solutions. Nice to meet you. Oh, wonderful. Thank you so much for coming. Please, have a seat. I'll get some tea ready in just a minute. I was curious what a Spriggan would be like, you know. But you look just like normal people. I might have even seen you around town before. You probably have. Our office is in Old Town. I know some stuff about you and your son. He's studying for high school entrance exams, right? Wow, you weren't kidding. You really do know about us. But you're right. We're hoping he'll be able to get into Armus Academy, so I've been having him rigorously study every day. His grades were in a bit of a rut for a while, but they have thankfully started improving. Not that I ever doubted him, of course. He's my son, so of course he's capable. If he keeps this up, he surely will nail a spot in the academy at the tippy top of his class. Mom's real passionate about her kid's education. I don't think it's inherently wrong to want your child to succeed, but she might be taking it a bit too far. But right as he's starting to show some promise, the situation turns dire. Curtis has been behaving really strange as of late. He's become violent all of a sudden, yelling really loudly, hitting things. He's never done that before? Never in his life. Thought he's been a good boy. He must be in some awful company if he's acting this way. That's the most logical explanation. I take my eyes off him for a moment and this happens. That's why I need you. Please, figure out what happened to my precious Curtis. So, what if he's gotten a little sassy? I want to curse myself mute if I was getting choked like this 24/7. Really, I don't think it would hurt to look around a little and make sure he isn't falling in with a bad crowd just to be safe. What do you think, Van? Should we help her? Maybe. Give me a minute to think about it. Of course we're gonna help him. Alright, we'll take the case. Fantastic. Thank you so much. If you don't mind me asking, ma'am, where's Curtis right now? He's out buying some reference material. There's a bookstore in the Tyrell district we like to shop at. I imagine he's there. Oh, so he's out right now. Perfect. Before we start with anything else, mind if we search his room? I ain't too hot digging through a teen's room like that, but it's the most obvious place to start looking. I understand. You can search his room. Follow me upstairs. Bet you anything he's got all the good dirty mags in under his mattress. How did I know you were gonna say that?
Let's hurry up and
Not
finish
in front
this.
of the mother. Please. Here you are. This is Curtis's room. Thanks for showing us. Alright, get the stung for the kids back home. Dan and the rest started combing through Curtis's bedroom. At first, they found nothing of note that could possibly explain his violent turn in behavior. The only objects kept hidden were mock exams with failing scores. But a few minutes later, well, look at that. Did you find something, Dan? You bet. Take a look what I found tucked away inside the desk drawer. A mint tin? Looks empty. I don't think I recognize the brand. Could you explain what it is? They sell tobacco-flavored mints inside these suckers. You only get them if you're smoking or trying to quit. That'll explain why it doesn't smell like cigs in here. You would have been chewing on those instead of lighting one up. They taste like what? They might not be the real thing, but only delinquents even think about smoking at his age. Oh, my poor Curtis, where did I go wrong with you? I thought I raised you to be such a good boy. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. You might be missing something that explains why he had this tin. I know exactly why he had it. It's all my husband's fault. Him and that scandal of his got him demoted from the Bank of Eden. We were forced to move into Old Town because of that. If we were living in a safer neighborhood, my son wouldn't be straying from the path. My husband was supposed to start working at a subsidiary once he was out of probation. But where do I end up finding him instead? Montmar. I caught him eating there again without a care in the world while I was out shopping. Absolutely ridiculous. Has he been working this whole time, or just pulling the wool over my eyes? I can't trust him anymore. Would you? No, she just keeps going. Sigh. Anyway, this tin gives us a good jumping off point. We'll keep sniffing around and see what we turn up. Now, pardon my outburst. I'll leave you all to it. I'll be waiting for your report downstairs. It could just be stress, but he had to get that somehow. What's the matter, Ben? Did you notice something else? Yeah, the tin still stinks. It's faint, but you can still get a whiff if you get real close to it. It smells just like an Orbital hookah. Oh no. Feels like a lifetime ago, but I recognize that smell anywhere. What? Really? I thought we were finally done with that bullshit. I remember you telling me about that case. I don't know if I'm more surprised by the Orbital hookahs coming back, or that Hound's nose of yours picking up the smell. I don't remember hearing about that stuff coming in tablets. Where'd he get something like that? I worry for how his health might be affected. Alright, Chief, what's the plan? Do we go straight to the kid and get in the spill? No, we need to figure out where these things came from in the first place. Right now, this stays between us. Nothing good could come out of his mom catching wind of this. That was weird. Thought I caught something in the corner of my eye, flashing. Firecracker mom like that, I can only imagine. As they're talking about tobacco-flavored mints, maybe a cigarette seller would know something. If his father smokes too, that could also lead somewhere. Agreed. Might as well look into both of those. Mom said something about her husband eating at Montmar. And we already talked to him. Well, I'll go ahead and get dinner ready. Your report will get here when it gets here. Bye. What kind of retro gave Curtis those ghastly pills? Surely my poor innocent boy wouldn't stoop that low. He must have been coerced. He was likely told that he needed to take an edge off, take the edge off, so he was given that. Maybe by him. But yeah. Montmar hits the spot every single. Oh yeah, we have to topic him.
Can we talk?
There we go. Got a minute? I want to ask something about your son. Dad explained the request from Roman's wife and summarize the team's findings thus far. What? My son is chewing on tobacco-flavored mints? I can't believe it. He's never been the brightest at school, but I didn't think he'd be that stupid. Sir, please calm down. As an aside, do you smoke it all yourself? Goddess, no. Why would I? The smell would only make our clients uncomfortable. And do you have any idea why Curtis would be taking those tablets? Any idea at all? Oh, I know what's going on with him. Boy must be getting lazy, tired of studying for entrance exams, so he must be taking them as a distraction. What an embarrassment. He's getting real spoiled if he thinks he can get away with all this nonsense. When I was his age, I was so focused on my studies I didn't even eat or sleep. This one Gehenna Zora doing raising our son for him to turn out like that. What's his problem? I get that he's mad, but he's still the kid's dad. With parents like these, kid was gonna start acting out sooner or later. Thanks for the info. We'll get out of your hair now. So the only place that sells cigs would probably be here. Knock knock. What's going on? They're all in there.
Sky is always watching over us.
Over these last 2 weeks, I made it a point of being an ear for the townsfolk's troubles. I believe this is the first step toward overcoming their woes. Having someone who will listen can help them open up and understand themselves better. A broken heart does not easily mend. Many still carry those wounds inside them, unseen and untreated. I wish to give them a shoulder to lean on, and ear for their troubles. I wish to heal them, not just as a clergyman, but as a neighbor and a friend.
Alrighty.
Today's Sunday school session was a rousing success, due in no small part to Sister Miria. She's grown much in her time in the church. I think she might be ready to take on more responsibility. Why? Hey, so the Revolution Festival's coming up, right? The Revolution Festival? Of course, you little brats. Remember the date. Now, what's up with her? Whoops. History is just, I don't know, I don't like it. Then my mom and dad named me after Sheena Dirk, of all people. How am I supposed to fill her shoes? I just want to be an ordinary girl. Why did mom and dad have to name me after her? You'll stick with that name and you'll like it, you ungrateful little... Sorry. You're just antagonizing all the kids. Again, huh? All I really know about her is that she's stubborn as a mule. But she's pretty fun to listen to. She's lived a lot and seen a lot, so she's got plenty of stories to tell. And then my hat's off to Sister Miria, too. She planned the whole thing. Oh, Miss Ginn, I have a question. Have you always been running a candy shop? I sell tobacco, not candy. It ain't for kids, you hear? Back then, though, well, we can't get too deep into that. I was pretty popular is all I'll say. That is a lie. You sell candy to Van. Oh, Grandma told me about that. Mommy was telling me about River she wants to buy. What does Riverside Market mean? You mean Riverside Market, little lady. Centre Marché came around about the same time now. Nowadays, it's split into these 9 districts. His Ginn tells some really cool stories. Want to hear them? Love to, but we're in the middle of work. You'll have to share them with us later. Be a good girl and listen closely for us, okay? Okie dokie. I asked Ginn for her help with today's special lesson, and I'm glad I did. She just has so many fascinating stories to tell. I heard a thing or two myself. And my goodness, the kids had so many curious questions for her at the end. I knew I was right to ask her. So back when they had to rezone everything, they gave each area a number. At the time, the main way of getting around was by horse and carriage, so the numbers made everything easier to understand. That's why Vantail, with all the government officers, was given the number 1. Oh, so the numbers were added later. That makes sense. Huh, pretty good with kids for a spinster. That's supposed to mean Sonny. Go on, scram. Don't you got better things to do? Well, actually. Yeesh, how'd I end up babysitting a bunch of kids? Oh, whatever, I'll just ramble on for a bit and send them home. That's what you're here for.
Quit dawdling
I can actually buy stuff from her right now. Oh boy, Tyrell Times issue 8. The Fall of Armada. The culprits behind Cray attack. They're missing an apostrophe S in there, but okay.
Comebacks.
Well, before we can do that, might as well see what's going on with the Tyrell Times issue 8. Whew. Society. Organization behind Cray Village incident crushed. Government officials held a press conference today in which they stated the anti-government organization Armada had been fully exposed and its leading members were taken into custody, effectively destroying the organization. It was also revealed that Armada was behind the devastating terrorist attack on Cray Village, bringing an end to the investigation of the incident as well as the national state of emergency. The Armada organization is a mafia based in Messeldem that has shown rapid expansion in recent years. Investigators have stated that the organization had been amassing large amounts of myrrh after a change in leadership led to the mafia shamelessly indulging in illegal activities such as drug and human trafficking, which it had avoided under its previous leaders. This, coupled with additional funding from several unknown sources, allowed the organization to obtain state-of-the-art weapons such as the one that destroyed Cray. However, many mysteries about the organization remain unsolved, such as why a group getting rich off criminal activities would suddenly attack a rural village. Armada was also involved in the bombing of the Vashtar Palace ruins in Aracion on November 22nd, with several members being arrested on the outskirts of the city. Armada's leader, Gerard Dantès, is believed to have been caught in the collapse of the ruins, though at the time of writing, the debris is still being excavated. If he is found alive, then he will be arrested again on charges in on charges of drug and human trafficking, as well as general and specific cases of destruction of property. He will also be questioned once more regarding his activities during the terrorist attack on Cray. As this case comes to a close, we ask our readers to keep in mind the heroic efforts of brave contributors from the police force, bracers, and CID, as well as certain civilians who wish to remain anonymous at this time, all of whom work together toward this resolution. Culture. Revolution Festival to be held on schedule. With the terrorist attack on Cray Village and the subsequent national state of emergency, many were concerned that the festival would be postponed. However, thanks to the early resolution of the incident, the festival is set to open on December 3rd as planned. Aside from the addition of a special memorial ceremony for those lost in Cray, the event will follow the originally proposed schedule. Celebrations at this year's Revolution Festival are set to be the greatest the country has ever seen, with spending on the event already at 1.3 times more than last year. The Office of the President has been directly involved in directing the presentations and performances, and word has it the Republican Army will be exhibiting some of its next-generation weaponry. Stock prices have skyrocketed ahead of the festival, with many foreign investors writing their hopes on it as well. Experts who have run sample calculations indicate the total profits from the event, including secondary effects of the festival, could reach upwards of 80 billion mira, more than making up for the economic losses the country incurred last month. An announcement of the festival's opening seems to have lifted the gloomy atmosphere that has clouded our republic since the recent tragedy. We pray this festival will bring a new year hope for the country. Society. Heads of major Eurasian corporations taken in string of arrests. There's not a citizen in Calvert who doesn't recognize the name Etwas in Quincy. The former is a prestigious brand that has established itself in the world of orbital automobiles, while the latter is a major confectionery brand. Both had their headquarters in the ancient city of Eurasian. Both are also headed by descendants of the elite aristocracy of the old Calvert Kingdom. Yet, on November 22nd of this year, authorities took heads of both of these prestigious companies into custody. According to sources within the Eurasian Palace, both Edmund and Claire, CEO of the Quincy Company, and Benoit Dalty, president of Etwas, had been illegally funneling funds to anti-immigration groups for over a decade. The police also discovered that the companies had been providing funds to the anti-government organization Almada for several years. After the initial arrests of Claire and Dalty, monetary connections between anti-immigration as well as anti-government groups by many prominent business owners and investors were discovered, leading to a string of arrests that sent shockwaves throughout various sectors. The fact that two of the greatest companies in Eurasian would indirectly support isolationist sentiment and terrorist acts by backing anti-immigration and anti-government organizations is already unthinkable. But it is even more appalling that their funding has flowed into the pockets of the Almada. The Almada? The same group that committed one of the most horrifying attacks in our history. Following these revelations, stock prices on all Eurasian affiliate companies plummeted, even for companies that were not directly involved in the scandal, leaving the Eurasian Trust Bank scrambling to respond. Authorities are currently investigating how money began flowing from these companies to anti-immigration groups as well as Almada. It seems all we can do is wait for the honor of Eurasian to be restored through the full discourse of these details. The fact that Edmund Eclair, CEO of the Quincy Company, is the father of Calvert A-ring bracer Elaine Eclair has also become a recent topic of conversation. According to sources, Miss Eclair attempted to resign her position as a bracer as a way of taking responsibility for the crimes of her family. However, considering it was Miss Eclair herself who arrested her father and taking into account her many heroic deeds, the guild refused her resignation, allowing her to retain her position. Mr. Hazel, a representative of Edith's Bracer Guild, revealed to our reporters, "We are getting loads of letters every day expressing support for Elaine and the way she is facing up to the crimes her father committed. As expected, the people are still looking forward to Miss Eclair's future exploits." Special feature: Spotlight on Edith's 3rd District. There is one place in the capital that has shown more excitement for the festival than any other the last few years. As many readers have already guessed, it's the 3rd District, where the gorgeous Treant Tower stands. You may be aware of the numerous special events held in the 3rd District in recent years, such as the Edith Girls Collection, EGC, along with the booming Treant Mall. It's a massive commercial center, but do you know how the 3rd District got started on this economic boom it now enjoys? The 3rd District was restructured over 40 years ago in preparation for the construction of Treant Tower. The tower was designed by the one and only Dr. Epstein and functions as both a meteorological observation tower, as well as one of the few orbital transmission towers on the continent, supporting the infrastructure of orbital communications in Calvard. Since then, the district has been the center of attention, with various shows and lectures being held at the theater constructed at the base of the tower. Around a decade ago, this theater was also renovated into Treon Hall, where an even greater variety of shows, such as musical performances and the EGC, are now held, drawing in even more fame to the district. 3 years ago, we saw the opening of the Treon Mall, also located at the foot of the tower. Thanks to a unique approach to gathering merchants, the mall is now constantly full of happy shoppers. This year, visitors to Treon Hall can look forward to the annual EGC event held on the evening of the Revolution Festival, as well as a New Year's Eve music festival held every year on December 31st, with the Revolution Festival on its way, it seems the 3rd District will be shining even brighter than usual. Okay. Anyway, let's go on with the topic.
Can we talk?
We didn't really learn anything too new. Everything was kind of normal. Sorry to interrupt the class. Can we have a quick chat? We wanted to ask about a kid we've been hired to look into. Name's Curtis. All the times. I guess we can if it really can't wait. Let's go somewhere else. Matt explained the request he and the others received from Curtis's mother. They also explained his stark change in personality. Right, okay. Not gonna lie, I think his parents are making a storm in a teacup. He's not gonna turn into some hardened criminal because of this. But to answer your question, I do know who you're talking about. He came to my tobacco kiosk about an hour ago. He did? Yeah, he asked if I had any tobacco-flavored mints for sale. I told him I don't sell them, and that even if I did, a kid like him shouldn't go anywhere near them. He got all huffy and started yelling, called me an old hag, which was nice of him. Ow, I'm so sorry you had to deal with that. Damn, kid's got balls to say that to your face. What do you do after that? Beats me. My guess is he went looking for some other place he could sucker into selling him those mints. Makes sense. Thanks for the info. Well, that's both people on our list. None of it helped. That didn't really tell us anything new about the kid, and we got no info to go on about those mints. Guess the last stop's that bookstore his mom mentioned. Might not even be there, but can't hurt to talk to him if he is. If he's not, we can always ask the staff. They might know something. The bookstore. In the Tyrell district. Yeah, sure, why not?
Let's do this.
But, I'm thinking instead of going on with it, we're going to end the stream early today, because I'm feeling quite tired, honestly. And it doesn't hurt to actually try to go to bed at a reasonable time for once. So, yeah. Hopefully it won't be another 2 weeks before the next stream. But until then, have a good night.